Hello, welcome to Wicked Game. I am going to be your DM for tonight's game. My name's Lydia, and with us this evening, we have Michelle, who plays Agatha, the human wizard. We have Nikki playing the tiny teeth cleric, Sunny, and Tom is treading the boards, so no Horiath this evening. We are incomplete, but I think we'll still have a great evening. We are on vacation, so if you're new here, welcome. This is the second of our holiday sessions, so if there was ever a good time to dip in and get to know our people, our characters, now would be it. I'm going to do some very quick announcements. We're going to do a short recap, and then we're going to dive right in no time at all. If you're not new, hey, welcome back.
Hey, pals.
Hey, pals. Settle in. Thank you for returning, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube. I hope that you enjoy this episode of celebration and merriment. As always, massive thank you to our incredible mods who are just always steadfast in the chat. That helps us sort of stay focused on the game at hand. As always, we'd like to recommend Dice and a Slice podcast. If you enjoy actual play D&D in a podcast form, this is top tier stuff. Wait, what is it? The only D&D podcast baked by Power Goods. Fuck.
No, baked by Power Goods. Baked by Power Goods.
Baked by Power Goods.
Powered by
that would be an
baked
interesting
goods.
one.
They're
Powered
big
by
on cake
baked
over
goods.
there.
Yeah.
They're big on cake over there. They love
It's been
it.
a bit of a chaotic day here.
Yeah.
Baked by Powered Goods.
Baked by Powered Goods. Fuck. Additionally, there is also, right here on Twitch, if you're watching on Twitch, some other heroes.
Or
who
on
don't
YouTube.
just they do YouTube as well?
Yeah, they do.
YouTube as well. They don't just do a campaign, but they also do incredible streams on the TTRPG, sphere and inclusivity, all the good stuff. So give them a go if that sounds like
And they just, as a part of their last stream this Sunday, in their first of this year, they dropped their new trailer intro
Oh my God,
for the
it's
campaign,
amazing.
and it is fit.
Tasty.
In the marketing world, we call that sexy.
We've got the extremely
gorgeous.
buoyant music, so I'm just going to quickly change it up. Right. With that said, previously on the Divisia Sensus, at the end of the spring term of the Divisia Sensus, our first year students decide to go on holiday. The first leg of which they traverse the peaks of the Obdurate Ridge in the country in which they are going to school in, which is Maridia. They meet all sorts of interesting people along the way, including an energetic kobold who they buy something from, an artist halfling, and an alchemist woman. Not to mention a mysterious and whimsically kind of powerful man of advanced years who they broke bread with and bought some of his bric-a-brac, magical bric-a-brac, and they all shared strange dreams of a faraway land of decadence and dancing, and they woke to interesting new boons. Some people, well, most people getting dark vision, and some people being a little bit more quick and reflexive when they woke up. Now they're heading down the mountain towards the Bay of Souls for the part of the holiday that's maybe a little bit more indulgent and restorative. Nikki,
Yeah?
all the thing.
Oh.
In the heart of Maridia,
looking over the glittering city of Solaire, is the world's finest centre of learning, the Divisia Sensus. For centuries, this school has hosted the rich and influential and the greatest minds to have ever lived. Geniuses, leaders, holy figures, and legendary adventurers all had their start here. Though the school is built on old foundations, you won't find more advanced facilities for the arcane, alchemical, artistic, or academic, all behind powerful wards. The Divisia Sensus has the finest and most comfortable sanatorium in the known world. We pride ourselves on the care we give to those whose encounter with magic ended with a broken mind. Each year, we instruct students from far and wide in their chosen subjects and the rigours of life at the pinnacle of their field. There is no greater, safer, or more prestigious environment in which to receive an education. Lady Sophronia Apissimos, High Master of Divisia Sensus, welcomes you.
It is the 15th of Promedia, late summer. It's a windy day today as you walk down the mountain. You all rolled brilliantly, so you were not thrown from the mountain.
What a way to end the holiday. All dead.
And you are making your way. You can see Pylion, the town that you're heading towards at the very, very base of the mountain. It's going to take you a few more hours of this morning before you get there. So you're just mecking your way. It's windy, but it's bright. It's that thing where there's a few clouds in the sky that are like racing by because it's so windy.
Is it a nice view at least?
It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's beautiful because not only as you're kind of descending is so far all the best views that you've seen have been out into Maridia, which has looked like the kind of yellowy greens of a little wood that's called the Futile Dassy, and plains of that rich orange earth, and lots of mountain tops. But now that as soon as you hit that final ridge and you are descending down, what you see before you is the beautiful, vibrant turquoise blue of the Bay of Souls out in the distance.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty. And you're only just kind of able to really watch it as everybody's doing that walk. They're trying to stay really low and like you're trying to enjoy the view, but it's also that thing of like everyone stay low and get your legs really wide and
someone keep hold of Kai.
Agatha's wearing a skirt, so she's like trying to pin it in between her legs and then like duck waddle down so that she's not going full Marilyn Monroe.
I've got a low centre of gravity, I'm alright. Just forging on.
And you come to a place where it's almost like a path that would have been going on the other side of the mountains, like a different mountain path kind of meets up to yours. And you see a little collection of people who are kind of going to join you at the fork in the road. And Kai immediately kind of goes, "Oh, yes, that makes sense." And as you sort of get closer, this is 5 people, 2 humans, 1 bugbear, 1 elf and a dwarf. And they're not really wearing clothes. There's like the odd pair of pants or like, basic underwear, but not really. And they're sort of, the bugbear, it has got a small frolic going. In the way that they're like, sort of like half dancing, half skipping as they walk. The 2 humans didn't really think it through and seemed to have quite sunburnt, chapped skin. as you kind of meet up with them.
Chapped skin.
That wind, that like when it's sunny and windy, that is brutal on fair skin.
Worse.
And the dwarf has just been walking for too long and has like chafed thighs and is complaining pretty heavily. And the elf just seems to be sort of gliding along, arms in the air, not really listening to like anybody. And as they come towards you, the bugbear is like, "Hello! Are you also going to Pyleon for Lady Day?"
Hi, my name's Senny. We're going to Pyleon. We're sort of going through it, but yeah, we're going to be doing Lady Day stuff. How are you doing? You right?
Well, I'm wonderful. I'm so filled with the spirit of the First Mother. I feel on top of the world, and of course we're on top of the world. Behind these two humans are like, fuck this. The bugbear just doesn't really mind too much, and because the bugbear is like keeping quite a good pace, they're sort of pushing ahead of you a little bit, and it isn't like you can keep abreast with them if you if you want, but mostly quite soon you'll get like the rear view of them as they kind of are off they go down the mountain. But it's a kind of like small early procession pilgrimage of the Lady Thorn. Nice in idea. The practical thing of it is maybe not quite there.
So wait, sorry. Like once they've like gone ahead a bit, and Agatha has just pulled out her own like sunscreen, and it's just like, I see those humans. I'm not gonna make the same mistake they did. But what? They're going. Is it like everyone's going to be here?
What do you mean everywhere?
Like lots of people come in.
Well,
here?
like it's like a festival, right? Like
Lady Day's best day of year. For sure, without a doubt.
Oh.
There's going to be so much stuff, plays and cool stuff to buy, and loads of like things. Like if you thought slippery sausage was cool, you're about to get your mind blown.
Alright, slippery sausage is cool, okay. That's like really fun. Okay, don't knock that.
You have not seen anything yet. I've never been to Pyleon, so they could really suck with Lady Thorn, but I feel like it's going to be good because the little that I know about Pyleon, it's like where everybody that goes on pilgrimages tends to go through. Like they get a lot of people, so there's gonna be, I feel like it'd be quite good to be there for.
Okay.
It's got a good vibe because like everyone's got that holiday mindset, or like they're doing everyone's like on the cusp of doing something they're really excited for.
Yeah.
So like, and they leave a bit of that excitement there with them. So there's always this like low buzz around the town.
It's going to be great. I think it's up to you, Sunny. It's your like place, but I feel like it'd be a really good idea to stay because how long I don't know how long it will take us to get to your place.
We could. Why don't we stay Lady Day in Pyleon and then head out the next day? Like
we do 2 nights in Pyleon and then go, and then we've still got loads of days.
Yeah, we've got loads.
Yeah,
like it's waiting for us. Like we ain't got to get there for it. So why don't we? Yeah, we'll stay in Pyleon for Lady Day and then head on out to the villa.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. You're going to love
great.
it.
It's very
No, like
you don't have to go there naked if that's what you're worried about, Agatha.
No, you can wear like that's the whole thing.
It's like any festival. Some people take it more seriously than others, right? Like,
yeah. Well, it's more like this feels like one of the first kind of. Going to festivals and stuff is kind of a recent thing. Normally, that's just a busy day. So, like, normally I'm just working and, like...
This is going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited, but, like, forgive me if I don't know a lot, because I'm normally, like, the person working or whatever, so...
This is my absolute favourite. I
Okay.
bet Sunny's really good at it as well, so we're going to, like, really... Like, it's not like you don't have to go pair off or anything.
Okay.
I mean, you can pair off whenever you want to. I'm not going to say that. That's awkward suddenly. So, but it's like friends during the day, and then when you want to go and do your couple stuff, then you go. But it's friendship, love, and friendship as well. So
okay.
It's not all sex and stuff, It's
Although it is the day to try something out if you've always been thinking about it, you know?
All right, okay, can we go, please?
Yeah, so you kind of have like a nice, like gentle. It's a few more hours. It's maybe midday by the time you get into Pylion, which is it's like a town that's built to be beautiful and calm. And one of the first things that you'd notice when you go in is that there's almost more temples than houses. There are so many temples, and in the main square, there are all the gods that don't have temples tend to have like a little stone shrine, like carved into the symbol of the god in the town square. So it takes like religion and people's like pilgrimages and pious natures quite seriously in this town, but everything else, like, it has wide roads that are quite calm right now. The main thing about the town at the moment is there's quite a few people who are coming in and sort of making early wooden structures for things for tomorrow. So it's got that, like, it's a beautiful calm, like the buildings tend to be this kind of white stone, but then there's also that feeling of caravans and like trains of people coming in and starting to set things up, like tents and stuff, and for tomorrow. How's about, for the sake of like, this is a fairly small town, but like what it looks like you going through the town, that we have a bit of a group. Maybe you can either do it, imagine it'll be investigation rather than survival, but you can call out whatever you want, but we have to be groups, so everyone does the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Investigation, please.
Well, then I'm depending on you pretty aggressively.
You're depending on me, Kai, and Nevma, though, who are all intelligence people.
This place is giving me the vibe of, when you go to old places in Europe and the just outside the train station is this like big open space with like it's like a real big like welcome to a place. Like that gives it's like a funnel, like a place that's a funnel sort of thing.
Yeah.
I got a 4 minus 1. That's 3.
Okay. Well, I got 28.
28's incredible. Yeah. Both Kai and Nevma did not roll very well. I feel like they got distracted by a few things. So
I feel like a little pocket guide to Pylion.
You have your little pocket guide open, and you find a couple of really useful places, and then you turn around and you realise you've actually got separated from your friends, and you have to like backtrack and go.
So he's just looking for the place where we returned the farm to get his deposit back.
Very good.
Yeah.
In which case, I will say this, because you accidentally rolled to look for something else and then you found, I feel like it's very fair to say, you find a stables and you go in and you say that you're looking for a place, the representative of the way station, and out comes a human woman named Marjorie, who immediately thoroughly ignores you, and starts looking over the beasts, the Oro and the farm that you hired. And then, having inspected them, can you, with advantage because of your home business, do animal handling just to see what shape these guys are in? I can't imagine it would be bad.
Well, I rolled a 15 on the dice, so that is a 26.
Incredible. Marjorie looks over them and looks back at you and goes, "We ain't never had Oro this good. They've come back better."
Right.
Are these the same ones that you got off from the top of the mountain?
Yeah, you've got to like clip their nails and stuff, otherwise they chip them and it hurts their nail bed when they're climbing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We tend to just varnish them and let them wear them down themselves.
No, you've got to, it's proactive care, like an ounce of prevention is better than a gallon of cure.
All right. Well, you can come back anytime. You've done these. They look actually happy. I don't think I've ever seen an Oro happy, but that one's smiling.
Yeah, he's a bit of fun. Had a good time.
Hands you a pouch of gold. That's your.
Does it feel about right? I'm not going to count it in front of her. Does it feel about
I know.
right?
What's this though? What's this?
Gently cupping a pouch.
What role? What skill roll is this? It's
Perception?
like an insight of the bag, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take that, but I was going to say perception.
I think
Yeah,
insight-
perception's better. That's better.
That's
Yeah.
better, that
Wee
is.
cup of that bag. See what that is.
I ain't gonna do that.
That is a 13. That was not great.
Yeah, feels right.
Cool, that's fine. It was just like, if it feels about right, something's not going to count out the money in front of this person.
Right, well, when I write down my ledger tonight, I'm going to say, what name do I put down to say that you did a good job with our animals?
My name's Silly Birchwater, but you don't need to...
No, we always write down, because, we want to know what the good ones are from the bad ones, so we don't never,
Right. So
lend
instead
out
of like a
bad.
do not rent
Yeah.
to this person, you've got like a definitely do rent to this person.
Well, a bit of both,
Yeah.
She opens up a ledger and you see a lot of black lines through names and stuff.
No, those poor things. The
You
animals,
just
not
never
people.
know, do you? You never
No.
know. Some people are absolutely rotten riders, and they think
Well, they
that they
just
can
don't
just go
care.
5 days without feeding an animal or giving it any water.
That's ridiculous.
That's
No.
ridiculous, isn't it?
Stupid.
Anyway, you've done good. You had a nice time at a mountain. That's
It was
always
nice.
a
Nice.
vibing time.
I
yeah.
we saw someone there who's painting a big black square on a canvas. You know nothing about that or not?
We don't talk about that. No,
Oh, so you do know something about it, you just don't talk about it?
no, that's a shame. That is, but we don't talk about it.
Oh.
They seemed quite happy.
They seemed happy, so,
Yeah.
that's what's
Oh, did
important.
they? Yeah,
Oh. Are they not?
Oh.
they're gone now. They're gone.
Oh. Alright.
Oof.
Anyway, you have a lovely lady day.
And you too?
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
any big plans for the festival? Like what's the local saying? Like what's the secret gem amongst it all?
I tell you what, it's always good. I tend not to I tend to do as many of the workshops as possible because I'm not, I'm good with animals, but there's always someone there that's like, do you want to learn how to write a haiku? And I'm like, I don't even know what that is until last year, and then I learned how to write a
Haiku
haiku.
sounds like a kind of dance to me.
Yeah, well, it is a little bit, but you do it with a pen and your mind.
That
Yeah.
sounds fun, that does.
Sadly, Agatha's not here. She's
Yeah.
she's on the other side of
I'm
town.
off.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I forgot. I'm like,
I might mention that to my friend because she's not much of a dancer, bless her, but she knows her way around the pen.
Well, I do think that's what's good about all these festivals. You don't have to be good at nothing. It's the
Oh, no.
goodwill, isn't it, that the first mother likes. So, anyway, have a lovely time, and I'll see you again, I'm sure.
No problem. Bye.
Bye.
that's how everyone says bye here in Pioneer.
It's just a little local colloquialism. Bye.
Bye. How much money did I get? Can I add back to my sheet?
250.
Cool. Just checking. Keeping you honest.
Right, Agatha, you
Yeah.
have scooped everybody up, and you take them back. You found an inn that is called. Wait, where is it?
That's in Paideon.
Wait, let me just check my book. It's here. Wait.
You bought the
It's
Elvish
called
English
the
one.
Opal Inn. I should have remembered that. It's not that hard.
It's really not.
Opal Inn.
The Opal Inn. It's quite grand looking, but it is also sort of seems to, from what you've searched, it's kind of the only place that's got rooms available.
Oh, it's not. I found this secret gem. It's right. So this is the only place left.
Yeah, there were a couple of other slightly rougher taverns that all had no vacancies just on the door before you even entered because it's the night before a big festival. But the Opal Inn did not. It's also this exquisite tall white building with lavender wisteria draping down the front that sort of billows in that wind. And
So expensive.
as you go in, there is a half elf behind the front desk with that kind of pale, fine, curly hair that ends up just sort of like they're a little bit backlit from a candle behind them, and it just looks like a cloud behind them. Like their hair just got a kind of cloud feel.
Yeah.
And they're wearing these white robes with like a gleaming cord that wraps around them. It's all quite kind of Grecian. Hello. Welcome.
Hi. So, do you have any rooms available, please?
We do have accommodations
Okay.
here
Excellent.
for this evening. How many nights would you be looking for?
We're staying here for 2 nights.
I'm there. I'm not there.
Oh, I thought we were all there. Sorry.
No, you scooped up, you did scoop them all up.
Okay,
Because
right,
you
we're
saw
all
the
there.
front door, you saw there were no vacancies, and you darted back and
We
grabbed
just
everything.
need 2 nights.
Yeah.
Tonight and tomorrow night,
Yeah.
obviously.
Full board, breakfast is included.
Yep.
We have a bathhouse as well, should you need it. My name is Nave, and you can call on me for anything. Nave, pronouns they, them, is speaks so softly
I
that
can tell.
everybody starts to like lean forward to try and hear what they're saying.
I've got headphones in, Lydia. I got half hear them.
That was why the one night my microphone doesn't work. Rooms are 5 gold pieces a night.
Me going, oh, that's so cheap.
So 2 nights. How many rooms would you like?
2, please.
2 rooms.
Yeah.
2 nights.
Please.
Just starts like taking down your information, but keeps kind of looking up with that expectant thing of, do pay up front.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here.
What are you doing, Agatha? I'll put 20 gold on the table.
I can.
I know you can, but what I'm saying is the holiday was my idea, and I'm aware of what comes with going on holiday, which is spending money. So I'm just saying, don't stress about it, you know? Why don't you spend your money on the luxuries and stuff, you know? Buying yourself a stick of rock or something.
A stick of rock.
Yeah. They sell like crystals that you can like wear around your neck, and they're like sticks.
Oh right. Okay.
Sunny will pay.
She just looks at Kai like.
The candy
is that
gems here
fashionable?
are very good.
Oh wait. What candy did you say?
Yeah.
The candied gems.
They're candy. They're not rocks.
Or it's like rock
They have
candy.
a crunchy exterior and a very soft liquid interior, and they are shaped like the gems that are brought from the mines of the Obdurate Ridge, and you wear them around your neck, and you pick them off and eat them.
Edible jewellery.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
it's just a little bit of fun.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Will you be dining with us this evening?
I'll say this. I don't think we're committing to it
Yeah.
right now.
Do we have to like book a table or something?
I would have to check for vacancies, but there's no hurry. You settle in. I'll make sure to get the sheet that has all of our food, our dinner bookings, reservations, and see if there's something for you. But you're welcome to look around the town. I could give you recommendations of elsewhere, and of course there are if you're looking for something a little bit more local, there are some street vendors that do some quite interesting gampatas for this time of year.
All right.
Do please enjoy your stay at the Opal Inn.
Thanks, Nate.
Thanks so much.
And you are helped up with your like backpacks by a couple of halfling bell people, and shown to your rooms, which are very beautiful. Lots of like billowing like drapes and 4-poster beds with like fabric flowers that are sort of made to look like vines that go around the 4-poster beds, and each room has its own ensuite bathing room. And your bell people tell you that they can fill a bath at a moment's notice, so just let them know if you need that happening. And
I think we absolutely need a bath field.
Yeah, I think
they'll immediately start like getting the hot buckets of water and filling it and asking you what like scents you want in your bath, and what kind of petals, or what kind of, what experience in your bathtub you would like, and you have a few hours just to kind of settle in and relax in your separate rooms. Incredible. So you can kind of say if you think you're doing anything particularly exciting, but once you've taken a bath, if you're walking around town, I'm going to sort of skippity hoppity over a little bit of this, but fill it in with your own flavour and flair as much as you think appropriate.
I think Sunny would be on the lookout for a place where they could eat that had like a balcony.
Yes.
Like, we're now at the point where like the topography is so different from Soloraya. That Sunny likes eating outside, just as a general rule. So like eating on a balcony, having a nice view, it's a little romantic, and they can kind of sit under the moon and that kind of stuff.
Roll investigation.
Fuck.
I know it's not your favourite.
Can I ask someone? And I'm Sunny. Like
roll persuasion then.
Yeah, that's not much better. It's not much better, but it feels better, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It feels more what Sunny would do.
Yeah.
I think Agatha's got that thing of like, this room is so nice, why would you leave? Like,
give me a bunch of grapes and leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm good.
Sunny had citrus fruit peels in his bath. I think that's
nice.
Yeah.
A 17 on my persuasion.
Oh, great. Yeah, you get directed towards a place called the Emperor's Wink, and it is a kind of a big. It's slightly.
Do you pronounce the wink, or do you have to wink? It's like,
Yeah,
so do you want to go and get dinner at the Emperor's?
When you first walk in, it's kind of bustling, but then because you asked this person, you did quite well on the persuasion, they were like, just walk straight through, take the stairs up, and there's this like wraparound balcony that you don't see when you first walk in, and you get this like table, and it's pretty good food. There's like, what does it feel like? It feels like one of those big like pubs that you can go to where you get surf and turf, and just like the plates are big. It's an abundance of food. It's not fine dining, but I think after like basically eating pack lunches for a bit, it's the perfect thing to have, because you can just have piles of vegetables and gravy on everything, and like it's got a real like bottomless roast potatoes feel about it.
Oh hell yes. Yes, the Toby Carvery. That's what the Emperor's Wink
I found the only Toby Carvery in fucking Santory. Like, it's just fucking...
Hell yeah.
Even Nevna like partakes. There's some really good like shrimps and stuff, and she's
Some
just
incredibly rare steak.
She's like, the last place that we ate at was like
The vampire place. I think that was also part of it for Sunny. Is like let's set a tone for the
if
rest of the.
If it's not coloured black and if it's not smoking, I'm really happy.
I just wanted to set a tone for the rest of the break.
And it's a good time is had by all. There's some ale. I think the price of the whole evening, food would be maybe. Like 4 copper each for a plate of food, for basically everything, all you can eat, and then maybe the drinks for like basically like drinking as much ale as you want would probably be a couple of copper as well. So I don't know whether people are going Dutch on that?
No,
or,
Sunny will get it. It's fucking copper.
I think Kai like leans into Agatha. We're going to have to get something really nice for Sunny. I think he's been very, very generous, hasn't he?
Yeah.
There'll be something nice tomorrow. We can get him something.
Yeah, definitely. I have no idea what. I've been trying to think of something pretty much since this holiday started. But yeah.
I've got really into creative writing. Maybe I'll write him a poem.
I think he'll love that. Yeah, I think he'd really like that. I'm going to look for a gift as well, though.
A physical gift, yeah.
Just, it's two things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I gave him that. Do you know that the stuff that we bought yesterday? I have never met one of those people before. Never met a tinker before in my life, and it's basically that thing with that should have cost us like 3,000 gold pieces. I paid 150, and
Wait.
I mean, it's just extraordinary.
Is it okay? Have we ripped them off?
Probably a good idea to try it before you're in a sticky situation, because you never know when it's a little bit
Yeah,
but I don't think so. I don't think a tinker would ever sell something that's not functional.
No, I mean, look, and I'm just gonna blink in Mr. Fay. Look how dapper he looks.
So fancy.
So
Got
fancy.
nice top hat and tails. All familiars should get a little outfit.
They should.
He looks particularly dapper because he's eating lobster thermidor right now.
Yeah. I'm definitely giving him a plate.
Just with both paws holding a lobster crab thing, and then just sucking the flesh out of the middle. And yeah, so that evening, but the whole town has that feel of have a good time, but go to bed early because tomorrow is Christmas.
Yeah.
And you head back. Both Kai and Agatha realizing as the sun has gone down that you can see in the dark.
Can you is it just me, or is everything gone grey?
Just walk into this alley and it starts looking into dark, when you're trying to look at something that's glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is so cool.
What's happened? What's happened?
I think we want to get checked out when we go back to school, just in case we have some sort of terrible eye disease that somehow gives us night vision. We just want to
maybe this
I mean?
is our curse for underpaying the tinker.
We didn't know, did we?
No, they were really nice.
Maybe it was because we didn't help that halfling who can only paint it black.
You took their dark vision, now all they can see is black.
Yeah. Wow. This is cool though. We don't need lights anymore.
Yeah. It is no more floating dicks.
No more flowing bees. Wait, you never changed them?
I mean, I have a backup for when I'm around teachers, but
Right, yeah, that's what I thought. Cause I was yeah.
when I'm out there doing missions or whatever, I just feel like it can be a bit grim when you're just fighting in a cave somewhere, and I just think
Yeah.
it just keeps everybody cheerful if there's some.
Yeah. I think it's good to have a backup though, because I just I imagine if there's a dire situation and someone's unconscious, Sunny's having to prep a revivify, and you're there with floating dicks. It changes the vibe.
And I do have the ones that are just like a little blue sphere. At one point, I was going to make boobies, but then what I found with boobies is the back always looked wrong.
Yeah.
Because do you do the kind of concave thing, or what do you just do, like the inside of somebody's rib cage, or is it just smooth and then that feels
I beg you to stop talking like like it's a real turn off.
Oh, I found your ick. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, apparently that's it. I didn't think there'd be one. It's that.
Is it the word boobies, or is it that I'm talking anatomically about it?
I think it's this whole conversation.
Right, good to know. And he takes out a notebook and writes in the notebook.
You need to write that down to remember that one, okay?
Yeah. And you go back to your rooms at the Opal Inn, and you long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is the next morning, the 16th of Premedia. Waking, and you are sort of woken by music already playing in the streets and floating in through the windows of the Opal Inn. It's a very bright sunny day that already seems to be like shining through the light billowing curtains of your rooms. Breakfast is provided. It is a buffet of fruits and pastries, and then there's also like a half orc behind a kind of hot plate that's making omelettes, and you kind of point to the things that you want in your omelettes and other like fried food. So you could have a full like a full English,
A full Iridian.
a full Iridian if you wanted it. Yeah. There's carafes of like labelled fruit juices, as well as wine and ale that people seem to be partaking in already. And as you like on the way out, once you've had breakfast and you're leaving, everybody is given there's somebody kind of standing with trays and somebody helping them with it, which have fabric bags. Everybody gets a complimentary fabric bag of rose petals, and you get your choice of colours, which is either white, pink, red or yellow, that you can kind of use to confetti the streets.
I'm going to get some white ones. Not that you need to be
Kygo's white as
specific.
well, I think.
Because it's the most likely to go with Nevna's whole vibe.
Yeah, I think, I mean, Nevma is immediately like, do you have black or grey? Like, no, roses don't really come in that colour. And she's like, you don't fucking know anything. Just give me a white one. And Kai picks up a bag of white petals and turns to you and goes, what would you like? This yellow is very pretty, actually, if you'd like yellow.
Oh, yeah, I actually was going to go for yellow.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks.
Gives you like a bag. And as soon as you head out into the street, which is like the main thoroughfare of Pyleon, the town seems to have like doubled in size and is very full of people, even though it's really early in the morning. There's like you sort of, because the town is sort of the size that you could look down the main thoroughfare and sort of see the end of town, but looking down that way you can already see that where there was the perimeters of the town, there now are large tents and like fetes that start at the perimeter of town. So it's sort of doubled in size, the town already. Everybody is sort of out early doing a bunch of stuff in honor of Lady Thorn. There is signs out advertising workshops with bardic poets to write poetry, or songwriting classes or dance classes. And in the center of town is like a little an area that's been staged, like lifted up with wood, and there are sort of various tableaus that are being held, like depicting historical and famous stories that that kind of cycle round. You can kind of like point them out and go, oh, I think that's probably that story that I heard that one time, or blah blah blah. And a little bit as sort of time wears on, you see that a storyteller arrives to start like orating the stories that are happening within the tableaus. There's also like some children's theatre that spills out from one of the schools, and they're attempting to like tell the story to a bunch of school kids of the Great War of the Empires, but it's like this sort of energetic theatrical pantomime. There's like a human man on stilts in a red bodysuit that like comes forward pretending to be a demon that like scoops a child up and enacts like swallowing it into a portal to hell, and the kid is just like screaming, giggling and like laughing its head off, and all the children are like laughing and clapping even though it's really depicting death and slaughter of thousands of people. There's like another actor that comes forward and like leaps on a child and is like blowing a raspberry in its stomach, making it look like it's like eating it up, and the kid is like laughing and laughing and laughing, but there's like one child at the back that is just like and goes like runs to a teacher. Nev is like quite entranced by this piece of theatre, and it sort of ends with all the actors coming together to teach the kids a song that's sung in unison about Mia's peace and how kindness is the greatest weapon of all. And that all the children are like singing along to the song by the time it like goes. It's basically one verse, one chorus. It just goes round and round and round. And by the end, you know, Kai is singing along as well, and Nevin is singing along.
Agatha's crying like the child.
You're too frightened.
She just hates all the performance.
How do they make him so tall?
No.
You left that out from when you watched the Any Other Angel with her. You hate theatre so much you just sobbed through the whole thing.
No. Agatha will get involved.
There are like vendors there that are selling wine and roddy and juice, and there's always some vendor that's like at least a few feet away from you. There are people selling the like potato gampatas and these two sets of sweets, one of which is the string of like gems, and the other is lime candy floss. That comes in like big clouds that kind of rip to shreds and eat.
Can Agatha run off and buy like a necklace for everyone and a lime candy floss thing for everyone?
Yes, you can get four of each. Would set you back 4 copper.
Wow.
The problem is Nikki lives in a world where there isn't lime candy floss.
Yeah, you're so sorry about it.
I know, man. As soon as I thought of it, I was like, God damn it.
Fuck, I would...
Fresh and light and disappears and is like zesty on the tongue, like it's just...
That sounds so good. But yeah, she's gonna like... Probably when everyone's singing and she's a bit like, I don't want to sing, she'll like grab stuff, so then when they're done, it's like, sweets.
The big like, the candy floss comes in these huge like clouds. It doesn't come on a stick, it's like harder to like hold than that.
She's got 4 stacked on top, like, and then like a bunch of necklaces around her neck, like. You
just like a pastel green person comes like barreling towards you.
Oh my god, there's so much.
Take it quick.
Andrew, it's not one per person.
They're merging into one big one. You have to take it quick.
It's like half the size of Sun.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of, it's so delicious, but it's immediately makes everything, like, you feel like there's not an inch of your body that isn't sticky. There's like stalls where you can make your own flower crown. And then you you get into this little area, which seems like it's obvious that it's a travelling carnival that has gone, all right, it's Lady Day, let's plaster roses on everything.
Right,
So it sort of knows what it's doing. It's not just like, let's make everything specially for the day. It's a professional travelling carnival. You see people doing like those sorts of, you see big like groups of men who are all like drinking ale, going like arm wrestling and axe throwing, and Kai kind of like spirits you past that sort of male show of aggression and goes, maybe I'll do that poetry class at some point.
Well, the woman at the stable said that writing a haiku was like dancing with your mind and a pen instead of your body, so you know, whatever that means.
You see, this is why Lady Day is so special, because you know that's
because you
beautiful.
can't write poetry any other time.
Well, you can't, but it's bringing it to, you know, just a wonderful thing for somebody who's basically an animal person to just say, isn't it? To kind of have that. She would maybe
What do
would
you
not.
mean by animal person?
You know,
I own a
who
stable,
works
right?
with animals. You know.
Yeah.
You know, she that's a beautiful thing that she said.
No, it is. I'm just sort of free.
People who work with animals can't think of that stuff.
Of course not. Don't be ridiculous. I'm saying that on this day, it brings poetry to everybody.
Because not everyone has access to poetry.
Are you trying to pick a fight with me?
I'm sorry, I'm not.
On this day?
It's alright.
You see some people crowded round that's less like men going woo and more like sort of all ages.
Is that men or dogs?
That are crowding round a miniature race course, and then there are some people who are like hovering by some pens. And Nevma's like, oh my goodness, let's go and have a look at this one. And you get close and you see in these pens where there's wire fencing round the pens, but also along the ground, because there's a bunch of meerkats in these pens, like frolicking and like dancing around and then like standing up really straight and looking around. And everybody's like watching these meerkats, looking to each other and like really going, I think that one, they've all got little tiny coloured bandanas on, and they keep kind of going, do you know, I think I'm going to lay money on red bandana. And you see that this is meerkat racing.
Oh.
Now, Neva's definitely going to partake in betting on some meerkat racing. Anybody else is allowed to join in as well, but the basic rules of this is you pick one. I'll give basic descriptions, but you essentially insight check the to see which meerkat you want to lay money on.
Yes.
Sunny gets advantage on that insight because firstly animals, secondly betting,
and racing. Like this is my whole shit.
This is his whole thing.
Yeah.
And once you have your meerkat, you are going to roll for them. I'll tell you what the bonus is.
Okay.
And it essentially you're going to roll each round. You're going to roll 2d6 plus their bonuses, and it's the first person to get to 50.
Okay. I like this. I'm gonna ask because Agatha's probably gonna be like, right, I don't know animals that well, so I'm gonna look to people who do. So either like an investigation of like, right, these people, like you were just betting for fun. You seem to like know this, like.
If you like, because you can read lips, your insight check cannot be on the animals, but be on people.
Yes. Oh.
But it is insight rather than investigation.
Okay, so
I know you're swinging for an investigation, but
Okay.
it's got to be. Everyone's got to roll the same thing.
Okay,
I feel like
okay,
that's
okay.
then fair. So
15.
with a 15, I'm going to give you some basic information. Then, if Sunny gets high, I'll give you extra.
Which of course he does.
Natural 20 plus 8.
Of course, that is extremely on brand. Okay, so here's what. There are 6 bandana colours.
6
Yellow, big boy, muscles. Thick meerkat.
Chonk. Cat.
Red, long body. Pink, round. Blue, slender. Black, bad fur. White, big eyes. That's what you get from yours. Natural 20. Here's what you get. Yellow bandana is big, thick, muscle definition, but actually sits quite still. Seems to garner respect. Like, this is the daddy meerkat.
Yeah.
Quite still, quite sedate, watching all the other meerkats. Red bandana with the longer body is quite bossy to some of the other ones. A little bit more active, a little bit more bossy. Pink, round shape, seems to get picked on by the others, but with your natural 20, it gets picked on, but it's extremely, even though it's round, it's quite like round. It as soon as like it sees danger, it moves so fast to get away. Like it never actually gets swiped by any of the meerkats. Blue is the slender one, actually seems quite aggressive, like seems to get distracted by like getting aggressive, like that's like the petty brother meerkat. Black bandana is incredibly aggressive, and the one with the big eyes is very sweet and soft and is just basically grooming the others, like picking at their fur and like looking after all the other ones. Your natural 20 tells you that pink bandana, no one else is going to bet on pink bandana because it looks like it's chubby, but actually is the soft favourite.
Yeah, I also...
Agatha doesn't get that at all.
If the other ones are being aggressive, the pink one is more likely to run even faster because it's running away from them.
I picked blue before he said anything.
Okay, so with blue bandana, a slender one that seems quite aggressive, you get a +3 to each roll.
Okay.
And if Sunny's going pink,
of course,
this is actually the highest modifier, which is +5.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Kai goes red and Nevma goes black bandana.
Of course.
Like that I like that gristly motherfucker is going to be incredible. So out comes, as like you've picked them and you go over to the
what are the odds if we bet?
Well, the odds work like this. Because Lydia doesn't have a perfect grasp of betting, she tends to stay away from that kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm just going to have to like do it the way that I understand things, which is that... wait, I did write it down. First place, if you bet on the animal that gets first place, you get your money doubled back.
Cool.
Second place gets your money plus half back. Third place gets your money back.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, I should have set this up so it's easier.
I'm going to bet 10 gold. That's so much money.
I'm going to bet 100 gold.
You can. They let you. If you want to do 100 gold, this person would allow it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so much money.
No, it's not.
10 gold, please.
Okay, so you are you're on blue and you put 10 gold on blue.
Yeah.
3. You're on pink and you've put 100.
Yeah.
On pink, which is +5. Black, Nevma is going to put 50 gold on black. Kai, who went with red, he's going to put 100 gold on red. He sees Nikki do it. He sees Sunny do it, and he's like, "Yes, now we're talking money."
It's different, mate. We're on different levels. It's just skill difference.
And
this is the same Kai who lost 150 gold to Sunny in cards.
No, that was Pluto.
Oh, it was Pluto, wasn't it? I thought, well, I think it was Kai.
Yeah, it was Pluto. There's Pluto who very kindly on the first day played a game he doesn't know how to play because he just wanted to make sure that you got to play something that night. Okay.
2d6, right?
2d6 plus your modifiers. First round.
At 15, 10 plus 5.
That is on 15. Cool. What did blue get?
8.
6, 7, 8. I'm just gonna say this as well because I forgot to say it before. But if you get a natural 20, you add 5. Because that's like a boost, like they get an extra little sprint.
It would be so good if we got a natural 20 on a d6.
Yeah. No, not a natural 20, a 12.
Okay. Yeah, I was like...
If you get double ones, you're out of the race because your meerkat has been distracted by something
Love
and
this.
goes. And essentially, I've completely forgot to describe what this is. They're put like in boxes at the starting line in these like wire and wood boxes, and then there's this like jester type of person that comes out who's got like a colourful bodysuit and like bells on their hats, and is doing a whole like show for people as they come out. And they've got these balls on the end of strings, which are essentially like compacted food, meerkat food, so fruit and insects baked in like egg, and then wrapped up in twine that they like bait the meerkats with at the front, and the meerkats start like yipping away. And then the jester then, as soon as the flag is like dropped and the hutches are like opened, the jester then like runs with the balls like running behind them to get the meerkats to run after them, and doing like this really theatrical like, oh no, the monsters are going to get me.
Love this guy.
The beasts will eat me. And the meerkats are like running after these like eggy balls of like insects.
Eggy balls of insects.
Oh, so
Round
good.
2.
Oh, fuck's
course.
sake.
I got a 12 plus 5 for the modifier and plus 5 again.
Yeah. 22, is that then?
Yep.
This little round spherical meerkat is like, these tiny little legs are like absolute a blur as this. I'm picturing my cat Seffi, who is almost completely spherical as a cat, just like whoom. Not aerodynamical, but
Aerodynamical is
aerodynamical.
that's brilliant. The reason why the pink one is so round is because they catch up to the food.
Blue is on 17.
On 17 because you added your first round, or
Yes, I rolled a 9.
okay, 9, so 17.
Yeah.
37.
37!
If I roll at 8, it's about 50.
Oh yes, first to 50. Ah.
Way in the head is pink, followed by black, followed by red. So Kai might still get third place. It's possible. Yellow isn't doing doing brilliantly. Blue is a way back, and then white is kind of bumbling around. Is about to stop running. Round 3.
Round 3.
$11. 6 plus 5.
Oh my days.
You're on my days.
I also
that's-
got 11.
48. So that, and for blue, am I right in thinking that you've got you're 2 away from
Yeah, I'm 2 away from 50.
us in the line.
I'm on 28.
28.
That's unfair. Can Mr. Fay get involved?
Okay, just chat me through that. What does that look like?
No.
A cat. And then the Mr. Faye's busy eating.
Yeah.
There's food. There's so much food around.
Yeah.
Okay, white has left and is being cuddled by a child. It like saw a kid that had some had some food and is now being picked up by a child and is being cuddled. So white's out of the race.
That's very cute.
Close behind pink is black.
Close.
Who, yeah, kind of close.
Nice.
I don't think it could ever beat you because you just have to roll,
Yeah.
and you're over the line. But it could be a draw if black rolls
Unless
well.
you roll 2 ones.
Unless I roll 2 ones. But my modifier is 5, so.
If it would be but if it's 2
Two ones.
ones,
2
it
ones,
gets
that's
distracted
all
and it's
good.
gone. Yeah.
Okay.
Third place is red, so Kai might do all right. Okay. Last round.
I got a 13, including my modifier. Obviously, because you can't roll 13 on 2d6.
Oh, I forgot to add my thing.
Your modifier.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Whatever.
No, just on the last round, so that should have been 33. Add 33, add 8 is 41.
What's your final score, please, Pink?
61.
Damn.
61. So you did beat Black in the end. Black got 55 in the final round. So,
Boom.
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 In this round, Pink and Black go over the line as in first and second. So Nevma gets 75 gold. You get 200 gold. Then what is Blue's total?
I'm on 41.
Okay, so with third place, just to get your money back, is still everything to play for.
Okay.
I think it's actually kind of between you and Red, which is Kai's meerkat.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
We like rolling dice.
Yeah, on dice one.
What's your final total?
54.
Ooh. Kai's is 57.
Ugh. Damn it.
So Kai gets his 100 gold back. You get nothing.
I get nothing. Well, that's why I only bet 10 gold. It's fine.
And as a kind of final bit of theatrics, the jester type lets themselves slow down and be caught by the meerkats, and the meerkats clamber all over them and is eating at the food and going, no, I die, and everybody claps and it's a wonderful time.
That's very cute.
I think Sunny's big gonna celebrate with Nevma that they got first and second. I think it's we all did well.
Yeah, she sees though that she did bet on a mangy, aggressive, violent meerkat. And so that's her tiny small regret is I kind of picked the baddie of the bunch.
No, but see, it's not your fault. He's wearing a black bandana. What could you do?
Yeah.
It's your whole, it's the vibes, right?
Yeah, and also, I did go for Black, but mainly felt like the underdog because I got whole patches of fur that's just missing, and I was like, dude, you're the oldest meerkat I think I've ever seen. But then I realized he's still living because he's just so angry.
Yeah, just pure rage.
Yeah. You got to respect that too, you know?
Yeah, he's powerful. It's a powerful energy to put out into the world.
Yeah. The next game, again, Nevma gets extremely excited. It's called Kiss from a Rose. I feel like everybody sort of knows this game. Sunny, you probably know this. It's basically darts. But the dartboard looks like a big rose, and you get the very middle, which is the bullseye. And the darts that you've got are called thorns, and you're sort of playing it like that. She immediately enters herself, before anyone can even stop her, she enters herself into this game. And basically, her and two other competitors are going to play darts. They play one round, and after the first round of throwing the thorn, people then bet on whoever they think is going to win. She's up. There's an elven woman called Lila, halfling man called Ollie, who are both getting ready with their oiling their darts to be absolutely perfect, and checking for the wind to try and work everything out. Nevma's just sitting there smoking a cigarette, going, "I'll do whatever. It's going to be fun."
I know. Look, I know we're supposed to bet after the first round 100 gold on the one smoking.
There's a human man who goes wait, really? Lila's very good. She's won about 5 rounds. All right, okay, all right.
Look, you heard me. I was going to say it loud enough for the others to hear. I know what I know, and it's 100 gold on the one in black.
All right, so
can I also put 10 gold on?
Right, you're going to put 10 gold. For
For
the sake of everybody rolling dice, do you want to roll for the other people so that we can I'll roll for Nevma.
Oh, sure.
Agatha, don't spend all your money gambling.
If I just bet enough, I've got to win once.
No.
That's
It's
so
like
not
people with a
right.
crippling gambling addiction.
It all started with
Okay.
that little game on the map.
Lila or Ollie, who would you like to back?
You should play Lila
Yeah,
because she's like the favourite.
fair. Wait, yeah, okay.
Like
Elven woman called Lila Linden. You
Lila
get a
Linden.
+4 to your dart roll. The halfling man called Ollie Bonham. He gets a +3 to his ranged attack roll.
okay.
Right, I have the rules here somewhere.
Apologies,
Are we
Ollie.
rolling d20s?
Your dark career is about to go.
You're
down.
essentially rolling a dexterity attack roll.
Okay.
Right. I'm getting a bad dice.
All right, here's how it goes. I'm going to keep reminding you, but I'm just going to say it up front. If you get, with your attack roll, between a 1 and a 9, the dart misses the board entirely and may even hit another person.
Jeez.
Nil point. 10 to 12, the dart hits the outermost ring, like outermost petals of the rose, and earns a single point. 13 to 16, the dart hits the middle ring and earns 2 points. 17 plus, the dart hits the center ring and earns 3 points. 20, or critical hit, the dart hits the center of the bullseye and the player earns 5 points.
Okay.
So we're going to do one round, the bets go in, and then there's 2 more rounds after that.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Right, come on, Ollie.
Here we go. Round 1.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, shit. Oh, never. Oh, no.
Can I
Are you
roll
going to
for
beat,
Never
are you gonna beat your
instead?
girlfriend?
No, you can't.
Okay, so she gets 3 points right off the bat.
Okay.
Including my +4 as Lila,
Yeah.
I got a 23.
So you got 19 on the dice.
Yeah.
3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got an 18 on the dice, so 20,
Fucking hell.
21.
Okay,
So
so very evenly matched on the first round, and people start immediately betting on people. Obviously, you guys are all betting on Nevma, and she's feeling pretty confident, even though that just happened. All right,
Swapping dice. I
Round
can't do
2.
this to Nevma. 10 total, including the modifier. If you're on natural 20.
no, but
10. So you get a single point. So you're on 4 so far. What did Ollie get?
22,
Fucking hell.
What was on the dice?
19.
It's just unbelievable. Michelle's wrong.
Right, Agatha's out, Ollie's in.
Olive oil.
Hope Kai's alright with that.
The implication
Right,
that
Nevma
Kai
got
stays
3
fit.
again. Final round.
12.
Oh,
I had to do right by Nevma. I had to swap dice until it worked.
12, so that earns you a single point. So Lila got just 5 points in total.
I got 14
14,
total.
that gets you a single point.
Okay.
So by my books, you got 3, 5, and 1. Ollie got that, so he's on 9 total.
Yes.
And Nevma just got a natural 20 on her last round. And I feel like she does that thing where she looks over her shoulder and she gives Sunny a wink and doesn't even look and like throws the dart and it hits the very center and she just turns around and goes, Lady Day. Like, yes. So her finishing total was 11 and she wins.
Love that. Hooting and a hollering.
So
Do we just get our money back or doubled?
you guys all get your money doubled, I think. Let me just double check what I just wrote down. Oh yes, I know what you do. So you get your money that you put in, so 10 gold or 100 gold.
Grold.
Gold.
Dave Grold.
Plus 50 gold pieces per person because you're divvying up the full pot of money. So I just did the thing. 50 gold.
Per person.
Yeah.
Per person.
So I get 250, including my 100 back.
No, you get 100 gold plus the divvy, which is 50.
Right.
Agatha, you get your 10 gold plus 50, so 60.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And Nevma gets 50 gold pieces for winning first prize.
Amazing.
I'm making out like a bandit on Lady Day.
See, right? What I'm saying, right? You just gamble enough, and then you eventually win.
Agatha,
Don't call you Nevma.
I just think it's such bad logic. It's going to get you in so much trouble. Just don't.
I feel like as you kind of like do that and you sort of look around, she's like, I feel like we rule this place, don't we? We should does anyone want to do any more like shopping? I mean, there's shops open. We could go and buy if you wanted things like magical items or anything.
Should we do an activity first before we go shopping?
Yeah.
You know, we can go do some poetry or some dancing, or go see like a statue garden, or go see some art or a play or something. Just we'll do something like that before we go wandering around the shops.
I bet there's a bunch of plays on later on in the evening as well. So we could definitely do a play tonight.
Like plays.
What do you mean you don't like plays?
No, I do like plays. I do. I'm joking.
Well, when we go get tickets for a play, maybe go do some poetry or some dancing or just like a class or something, and then we'll go shopping.
There's like a dance class back that I saw that's like the kind of dancing that Haraif does. That's all like.
Oh, where they call it like movement.
Yeah, it's kind of like I think they call it like lyrical, but there's no lyrics involved, so I don't really know what that's all about. We could do that.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, that.
Come on, Agatha, it's gonna be fun.
It's look, I'm not much of a dancer. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone and experiencing the beauty of something.
I feel like all I do is step up my comfort zone.
She says through gritted teeth, "That's
Go on holiday, go do a dance, and then dance with.
Would you rather we do poetry?
No. We'll dance. It's fine.
What do you want to do?
We could just go shopping. Do you want to go shopping?
Do shopping.
I saw like an adventurer's shop back there. If you wanted to go and find something nice to buy.
Let me warm up to the dancing.
Also, we don't have to do dancing. It's fine. We'll go do some shopping. We'll buy tickets to a play later. Maybe then we'll get some lunch and then go see some art or something.
Are we buying like presents and stuff here, or shall we do that in the Bay of Souls, or like in the like near the beach house or whatever?
Oh, there's a gift shop on the island.
Yeah. Do you think I should wait and get stuff from there?
Well, it depends. Like, you gonna get them something Lady Day?
No, that feels weird.
Like, it depends. If you want to get like a gift that's like an I've been on holiday gift, you're best off waiting for the gift shop.
Right, yeah, that's
if you want to get someone like a birthday gift that's like something practical, then do that here.
Alright, okay. Alright.
Or maybe you buy yourself a treat. A little bit of self-love on this Lady Day,
It's the greatest love of all,
so to speak.
Sure.
Don't mean it like that. I'm talking about like getting yourself a treat.
Of course, that's exactly what I meant as well.
Sure. Alright, okay. Well, look, we can go dancing and then shopping. I'll do it.
No, we don't have to.
I
We can just go shopping.
Oh my God.
What?
I say, Alex, do you want to do? I saw there's like a flower crown making workshop.
Yeah.
Because you do all the like needlework. Why don't we do that?
Perfect. Flower crowns.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
Okay. So, are we all going flower crowns?
Yeah, Neville's up for it. Sonny's very much going. Whatever Neville wants to do, he's all good. Going with the flow.
Yeah, there's like it's kind of like a 10. It's very easy because there's really no one actually. There's sort of somebody that walks up and down. It's like long trellis tables with benches and like flowers that you just. It's pretty chaotic and untidy already. and somebody who just like, there's instructions written on sheets of paper that are stuck to the tables. And so you just go and like read the instructions, and then somebody like walks up and down the aisles and just stops you from gluing your hands together, kind of thing. And you pay.
This has got so much Hindu energy. It's unreal.
Yeah, it
like
does.
1 gold piece and you can just sit for as long as you want to make you kind of get the woven reeds that is the crown bit that you can just like add the flowers on. And yeah, I feel like Nevma makes, she takes her a really long time because she's got to paint all the roses black and silver.
I can't really wear a crown, so why don't you help me? Why don't I help you paint yours, and then I'll just put like a flower in between my horns at the top.
She like starts cutting up the circle that you get for the crown, so that you've got a really tiny circle that just fits on the two the two horns.
That's cute.
Which have like tiny little like red flowers on it.
That's cute.
Yeah, then I just spend all that time helping Nedma do the black petals.
Yeah. What does your flower crown look like, Michelle? This is extremely important D&D
This
question.
is really important. It's important. I was immediately
This is
panicking. Like,
This is going to come up in the charity quiz about who's the Lord.
Who's the Lord? Bless her. I think she tries really hard. Like, I think she's like following the instructions because she doesn't have that like eye. Like Nevma's like, if everything's just black and grey, it looks cool. And I think Kai's really good at like these colours work together and all that sort of stuff. So she's just like, okay, I'm just following the instructions, and it just it looks fine, but like
it's Renter's Magnolia, isn't it?
Yeah.
If a flower crown could be Renter's Magnolia, that's what your flower crown is like.
And it, like she looks up and sees everyone else, and she's like, oh, everyone's is much more creative, and then she'll just start jamming some like random colours in. Like she goes too far the other way that like she just keeps building onto it.
Okay, I feel like you've got really beautiful creamy like roses that actually like goes with your dress really well.
Yeah.
And then in your panic you put a bunch of like purple wisteria in it, so now it's got a lot of like drapey bits. You've sort of made yourself a wig.
We're looking a bit midsummer. Oh, she's overdone it. But like I think it's been one of those nice activities where you're all just like focusing on something but chatting nonsense to each other.
Yeah.
So she does enjoy it, but yeah, she's not good at this either.
Nice. And then I feel like after that, you start to, or certainly like, it's getting to the point where it's the afternoonish, and this feels like cocktail hour. This feels like let's start drinking kind of hour, and you find a place called the Queen's Trumpet, which is very beautiful. It has like a beautiful garden outside with lots of people outside with incredible looking drinks. So many people have flower crowns, and inside has been heavily like decorated with drapes and streamers, and there is a large stage which has currently a band playing like lilting string music. But the people who are in there, it's quite busy. People who are in there seem to have most of them have set themselves up to be watching the stage, even though it's just kind of, this doesn't feel like a big show that people would like scooch their chairs up to. But you head over to the bar. And there is, behind the bar, a pink tiefling woman with black hair. All right, what can I get you?
Hiya, have you got any like Lady Day specials or something?
Oh yeah, we've got the puts in front of you some fairly like cup stained like cocktail menus, which I sent these guys earlier, the cocktail menu. Yeah, there you go. This is what we're doing for Lady Day. I mean, we do these cocktails all the time, to be honest, but we've got special prices for today in honour of
Special prices.
We stick a rose petal in it. Lady Day.
It's cheaper because that's what we do to get it's cheap. They're making the cocktails cheaper today, so that praise the first mother.
Can I get a Gellia's giggle, please?
Yeah, Gellia's giggle, coffee liqueur, rum, Campari with an orange slice. Yeah, that's great. Yes, 5 silver pieces.
You said 1.
Sorry, that's normal. No, that's I just made a
normal price,
mistake.
so you
No,
don't
it's
use it
not.
up.
No. It's 1 gold piece normal.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I'll get a
5
Julian's Grace, please.
Julian's Grace, strawberry nectarine juice with vodka, and a slice of jalapenos and chili sugar rim. Yeah, all right. That's 5 silver pieces, please. Nevma sort of accidentally. She didn't accidentally. She knows what she's fucking doing, but she orders Utsok's Trove, which is
like a fishbowl.
She didn't quite realize how big it is, but it's a fishbowl this big with so much food as well as drinking there, celery and fruits and a couple of little bamboo straws sticking out of them, and she's like, oh fuck, okay, this is great. And
Rum,
I think
bourbon, cognac, lemon, lime, all in the fishbowl with red currants, crushed pineapple, celery, nutmeg, and brown sugar sprinkles. Brackets, big drink.
big drink.
Big drink. Real big drink.
We'll pop this menu in our Discord for people to take a look at, because apparently I'm incapable of not rabbit holing down the concept of food and drink in fantasy settings.
If it's any consolation, I really desperately want to buy the ingredients for a Lady Thorn's nipple and drink it, because it sounds incredible.
A Lady Thorn's nipple is peach pulp, rose simple syrup, and gin topped with sparkling wine, and a tiny little rose floats in the top of it. And Kai is going to have a drink called the Littlest Rebel, which is egg white, Scotch brandy, grenadine, and lime. That's in a kind of those.
Is it like a sour? It's not just egg white in it. It's like a.
No, you shake it up so it emulsifies, and it's got that creamy.
Creamy.
That's a drink that I just looked up online. I watched somebody make it, and it honestly looked so fucking delicious. I would have immediately had it.
The name The Littlest Rebel is just.
It was called The Littlest Rebel. I didn't even make that up. That's the cutest name for a cocktail ever. The Littlest Rebel. And you sit. There are people. There's people are chatting. And they all seem to have that waiting energy about them. Are you guys sitting at the bar or finding places? How are you Nevma's holding her fishbowl like this and just.
We'll find a table.
I feel like we'll find. Yeah. Is it a bar though? We can keep ordering. I feel like Agatha's the best place is at the bar. That's always
if we just move further down the bar, we can see the stage really well. I feel like something's going to happen that's really cool there. And if some of us want to go off, because I think there's some games being played right at the back. So if we want to go off and play, then we can have our base here.
Yeah.
This is going to be good, permanent base, and then we can kind of go off and do stuff. So that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And you have kind of a nice few hours of just sipping away on these drinks. You hear from the pink tiefling, whose name is Jude, that there. Hey Jude. There's a lot of people in this bar tonight. They're sort of encouraging people to play a game called Dragon's Egg, which you don't need to play, but you can if you want, but it's. They're particularly encouraging people because there's talk of a man-eating dragon in the hills that have eaten about a dozen people, if maybe even 24 people over the last month. And it is said to be good luck if you play this game called Dragon's Egg. It sort of gives you luck against a dragon. And you see people, it's a little bit I've never played beer pong, but it looks like beer pong. People are they get little pebbles or coloured just glass, and they throw it in. They're trying to get their pebble into the into a tankard, and if you miss, then the egg hatches, and you either have to like placate the dragon by giving it gold and putting gold in the middle of the table, or you're out of the game. So if you keep missing, you just have to keep throwing money, and you're sort of seeing people who are getting like quite agitated because they keep losing and they're putting more and more money. And the person who is the last person standing takes all the money from the middle. And there's a couple of moments where it looks like fights are going to break out. Because they're like, I haven't got any more money, but you've got this huge pile, and I swear to God, you made a gust of wind and it pushed my pebble out of the thing. And there's like some aggravation going, and then people have to come in and go, guys, don't forget, we're all playing this so we don't get eaten by that dragon that's in the hills. And it's like, all right, all right, but don't forget you fucking breeze out of here, because I know you blew on my pebble.
I just like pat Kai's arm like, it's alright, it's not you.
No, it was me. I did that. I didn't like the look of that guy. I didn't want him to win the money.
If Nev is interested, Sonny's happy to bankroll Nevma, but he's not the best thrower.
I mean, and you got someone who can cheat for you, so.
No, he's no cheating. Just win it fair and square.
She goes, I feel like we don't need to actually play. We played a lot of games, but we can kind of narrate that if she plays a little bit. And I feel like she would bankroll herself as well. Yeah. And this would be the one where, because it's that thing of, she's stubborn. So even if she were to lose, she would just keep putting money in the middle until she won. So I feel like there'd also be that kind of moment where people are like, God, just because she's got these money bags comes in here, makes it impossible for the rest of us to play. You rich people, get out of here. Fucking hell, us locals just trying to have a good time, protect ourselves from the fucking dragon, and then this happening. And she just sort of glares at them and gets her fishbowl back and just
Agatha, you've become everything you hated.
Everything I hated. I'm like, no. I'm one of you guys, really. I'm
a local somewhere else.
I'm not like them.
Yeah, everyone's a fucking local somewhere else. Bloody hell.
I just mean I'm not rich like them.
I'm just trying to get as much distance between you and Kai as possible. He's like just picking lint off his like perfectly tailored outfit.
Like I'm not like them. I'm not.
My dear, you are top of your class at the most prestigious arcane university the world has ever known. You are one of us. I'm so sorry. And you wait a little bit of time, and sure enough, the band like moves off, takes stools and like stands with them, and the stage is set, and candles dim a little and then brighten up, which makes everybody in the room kind of stop talking and pay attention to what's happening on the stage. And the play called The First Mother is performed. It's a blank stage, and just the sound of a kind of Joanna Lumley-esque voice starts speaking, who knows where from. And it speaks of a time long ago, before the world as we know it was even formed. And there was the first mother, and you see this glowing female form, just light beaming out of this female form that starts floating across the stage, encased in a bubble, kind of Glinda-esque, and hovers there just above the stage area, and everybody in the tavern is like, oh my God, flying. And she saw the beginnings of life, born of chaos, the god known as Aragon, the first father. And this acrobat leaps, this acrobat that is like wearing this multicolored unitard, leaps from the balcony and like starts tumbling and doing flips around the stage, and shedding multicolored glitter wherever they go, and sort of covering the first few rows of people who are watching. she so loved Aragon and his creation of life that she helped him, and together they created everything together, all the beautiful things in the heavens and the earth, and in all the planes they created life and beauty and love. And together they also gave birth to Saith, the god of laughter and merriment and jokes. And you see this like little halfling come on, who's got like pale blonde hair and a very like dark sweet suit, like well cut little suit, comes stomping on like a precocious little child, even though it's a grown ass halfling. When they did that for a long time, essentially the story kind of goes on, but Aragon grew bored and wanted to do something that would annoy the First Mother. He found her constant beauty and light to be a dull and itchy thing, and you start to see them kind of acting out this like almost like quarreling parents kind of vibe to it. And so he started to make things that would destroy beauty, cruel things, monsters, and difficult, like frightening weather, and engulfing fire, and devils and demons. And the First Mother saw these things and saw that his caprice, like his like ever-changing nature, had wanted to sabotage what they'd made, the beautiful things that they'd made. But then she saw this new world of good and evil, beauty and like rot, and she saw that putrescence and darkness only made art and beauty more wonderful. And more important, that song and poetry was a balm and a guide to those in suffering, and that love was what made people fight and made people want to endure. And so she had actually, this was the greatest trick of all, was that in trying to sabotage everything beautiful, he'd only made it more potent and wonderful. And it sort of ends with Aragon like getting in a temper and like stamping his feet and then like flipping off the stage, and it's just left with the First Mother with Lady Thorne and Saith standing like hand in hand, with this like glowing light coming from them. And you know, everybody's very entranced by it. There's no one has got away without a good layer of glitter stuck to them.
Just covering the drink every time. Oh.
Yeah.
But it's you know, it's like a good it's a fairly good show, even if it's that thing of like you're not seeing like, this is very different from any other Angel. It has an actual like through line, it has characters. This is more like somewhere between movement and dance and like going to the planetarium and being just told a story.
I love it.
Yeah. And it's sort of evening time now, and there's you know, it's drinking and merriment and dancing and games. And tell me, let's do the anecdote thing again. Tell me one thing that has happened to everybody today on this day of games and dancing and singing, and one thing that we haven't already like talked about.
Oh, I don't have anything. I'm panicking.
It's bad of me, isn't it? I throw it at you.
I've got one.
Bad at this
I'm
stuff.
already.
Come on, Sonny.
Sonny gets hungry, and so then they all quickly finish their drinks and go for a walk through like the food market-y bit, and it's just like smells and like people like hungrily eating that are like half cut, and they just, and like for a brief moment they kind of like all lose each other, but then they like kind of gather at like the thing, and they have this moment where they've all got that like fun, I've had a few drinks haze,
yeah,
but they're still like compass mentis, and then they sit on like one of those outdoor tables, and there's just like one thing from like 20 different stalls like out in front of them, and
everybody comes back and they're like, I brought a cookie that I got from this one thing that's got like almonds in it, and then somebody else is like, I brought
they're
a
all just like they're sharing
it.
like single portions between the four of them, and it's quite like a
like, oh, try this.
It is one of those incredibly rare moments that is like genuinely friendship sharing with like stealing glances of romance without it feeling like putting upon the friends that you're with, kind of thing. And then they go and find like another bar afterwards or something of that ilk, and it's just they're like full, or maybe they go and drink in the hotel bar like after that, like maybe that's where they go, oh, we'll go have a few drinks in the hotel bar before we head up.
Yeah, that's cute.
Ags?
Oh god, I'm desperately trying to think of something. I think I can't think of anything in particular, but I do think there are just moments throughout the day where she like she is having a great time, but it's that thing of feeling a bit overwhelmed because it's everything is so new, and you know, things like not doing well at the games or like being afraid of dancing and all that sort of stuff. She's like in that thing of like, oh, I want to have fun, but like also like I don't want to ruin other people's fun and all that sort of stuff. So I think she's in moments like this is where she is really happiest. I think I think her and Kai, and well, probably all of them, they do go shopping at some point. Especially like...
Okay, we'll circle back to that because you know you can legitimately buy things that you want.
We could do shopping the morning before we head out if you want to go like proper shopping.
No, it wasn't like it was more like Kai likes clothes and Agatha's like not good at that stuff. So it'd be like a let's go do this fun thing together, but we'll all go because I think Agatha sort of enjoys hearing everyone's input. Like, Nevma's like, well, this looks fucking grand. And then Kai's like, oh, this is like what's in fashion. This looks so good with your like eyes, whatever. And then Sunny's like,
this looks well comfortable.
Yeah, like, no, you're not going to be...
You'd have an outfit that's got a lot of saucy cutouts and a lot of jewels and sandals. Elasticated waistband.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
This is my bejeweled, faux ripped joggers.
Yeah. Passive perception. 15? 15.
Is it 15? Is it 15 for Sunny?
I was better than that.
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure.
It?
I don't think it is, you know.
I think it's still 15. I don't know. Maybe my stuff is I feel like mine's outdated.
No, it's 15.
Does my new dark vision help?
Okay, in which case you both... Nevma is going to... She's sort of doing it slyly, but you see with the passive perception, the winnings that she made from Kiss 'em a Rose, she posts it through the school's door. She puts 50 gold through the like letterbox of the school. And Kai's anecdote is that I think he just gets to a certain point in the evening and he is kind of... He can't... I don't say this without making him sound like a lech. He can't keep his hands off Agatha anymore, and he sort of just picks her up. You've got like your legs wrapped around him, and he just goes, "I'm so sorry. It's been an absolutely beautiful day. I remember it my whole life, but I have to go with her now." And just starts running through the streets back to the hotel.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Nice. Now, why don't we do the shopping the next morning? That feels after that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, why don't we go shopping? And he's like, nope.
Can you hurry up? The shops are going to shut.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That was Lady Day.
Lady Day.
We love Lady
Day. And the next morning, you wake. Again, your breakfast is a little bit more subdued breakfast, but basically the same setup. You can still have, there's still a guy at the hot plate that will make you an omelette if you want.
Sonny's just excited because no one else is eating the fruit. It's just like, woo!
You don't have udon there,
No,
like
stealing
stuff to make food in her bedroom. You go and, I mean, I think there is probably a tailor there. I think if he's sort of worried about it because you had that conversation about gifts and you haven't really had one since, but he tentatively wants to buy you one of those lightweight shawls because he sort of notices that you've got a lot of you've got some pink, you've taken some colour from the mountains, and he wants to give you something that that's like a chiffon headscarf that will protect you a little bit from the sun. And he's like, you can also, it doubles as a sarong when you've got your bathers on at the beach. It'll be
Bathers.
That's really cute. I don't know if now is really the right time to have that conversation, but I'm not against gifts.
Right. I mean, I did think that maybe things had changed. A lot of things have changed since then. I've just been trying to be respectful and let you feel, that I'm not pushing things on you all the time.
You weren't pushing things on me though. You were confusing me. That was my issue.
I really like to give gifts, and I hope that you will accept them if I buy them for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I will accept your gifts because I know what they mean now. But before you would I don't know, be weirdly mean and then give me stuff, and it was confusing.
I can see how that's confusing.
Right.
Yes, before you understood that is both an apology and my love language, after I was then quite kind of, bellowed at you in the corridor and called you aggro.
Yeah. But see, I don't want gifts as an apology.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the second thing is, it's
What colour shawl would you like? And do you want gems on them?
I don't know if gems really go with.
I know, it sort of ruins the weight of it. You want it to flutter a little bit more. Be careful, if it's too fluttery, the goats will get it. That's what I've learned.
That's true. That's true. We do need to get you 5 more scarves because you went through all of them.
I'm always going to be all right for scarves. I bought so many. I knew I was going to lose at least 50% of my scarves along the way. I feel like it's part of the experience is to lose 50% of your scarves.
What experience?
The mountain, hiking experience.
Right, yeah.
50% scarf loss.
Yeah, okay, sure. How about I don't know what colour suits me.
Blue.
All right, yeah, okay.
But also many colours. But I was just making a joke, and now it's awkward.
Yeah. It's just saying in front of everyone is It's fine. It's fine.
We absolutely snuck away when you guys started having that whole conversation.
Yeah, they've gone, but there is one halfling woman who's just got 2 different shawls in her hands, going.
Well, you joke, but blue is a nice colour. I feel like I just default to cream because I feel like it's nothing. Yeah. It doesn't stand out too much.
Yeah. Well, take this blue shawl and think of me.
Are you leaving?
No, but it is going to be a busy, next term it will be a busy term, won't it?
That's true. All right, I'll take, this is a good thing to remind me of you. And we'll get some gems on it.
Yes, or maybe just really good thread embroidery or something that will give it a little shine.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shimmery, so when it moves.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So the clothes shop, is anyone else buying any clothes while they're there?
Tony's all good.
Yeah. You find a shop called The Aged Mage. You step inside and there is a tall, skinny, stooped, brown-skinned half-orc, wrinkles, leaning a little bit on a staff, long white hair. Aye, welcome to The Aged Mage. Come in. Is there anything that you're looking for, or are you just browsing?
What sort of stuff you got?
Yeah.
Well, you can peruse, but we've got everything from some nice items, and we've got some swords and shields, and I've got some armor around back as well if you want. I've also got a few healing potions if that's your I feel like that's what my bread and butter is, healing potions.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have some healing potions.
Apparently you lot brought some where we was on the mountains.
I did. Actually, I bought alert bread that I've not had yet. Do we all want to try it together?
It's not big enough to slice, Agatha. It's real small, remember? It got shrunk down, it's this big.
Yeah.
That's like asking everybody to sit down and sharing these like super discount mushrooms that you bought in Campton.
Might do something.
You are introduced to some what is called silent slip-ons, which is like a pair of sort of soft black shoes that give you the effects of boots of elvenkind.
I would love a pair of them.
Those are 2,500.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm so good. I don't need it. It's actually not my colour.
There is something that is introduced to you as like the Cape of Dodge, which is like an aubergine colour with bronze clips, and it gives the effects of a cloak of protection. That is 3,500. There is a little pouch of dust that is called the Dust of Disappearance. That is 300 gold pieces. Something that he's most proud of is something he pulls out, and he calls it the Thotum Cloak, and it is red with orange embroidery. It is 8,000 gold pieces, but it does, it's like the Cape of Mountbank.
Yeah.
There's some black armor with a bunch of like cutouts in places that is called Night Drake armor, which is the equivalent, if you were to look it up, that is the Ambush Drake armor, leather armor for 4,000. Shows you a bunch of magical rings. There's like the Ring of Ram, that's 5,000, and then there's a lot of potions of healing. There's also like +1 short swords, shields. Those are like the special. Those are the items he's super proud of.
Right.
If you're looking for anything in particular, you'd have to roll to see if he can find it for you. To see, like a luck check, something.
Sorry, like I know there's loads of like temples and churches and stuff, and there's like, you know, altars and stuff for those whose like denominations aren't like sort of accounted for in building form. What about those who follow someone who's a bit more, you know, unknown, a little bit more underground, you know?
Are you asking for a kind of non-denominational prayer house?
No.
Are you looking for something in particular?
I don't know. So I've got this, and I'm going to show the Kimber thing. It's like, and like, so that's Kimber. She's a saint. She's also a saint, which is, you know, fun.
I've never heard of Kimber.
You know, some people haven't, but she's all about sort of like, you know, living your own life and being your most authentic self and stuff. So she's pretty chill. I just didn't know if there was someone who could like, you know, because when I first picked it up off the floor, I was like, this is a fun necklace. But now I know it's sort of more of a holy symbol situation. I didn't know if there was a way someone who could like clean it up and like, you know, like make it a bit more, I don't know, holy.
Are you looking for an enchanter or a jewelry shop?
No.
Neither.
So is there a way to like make my holy symbol more powerful rather than I'm not trying to like add spells and stuff to it. Like I like it as is, but like, you know,
make it even more attuned to your
yeah,
teachings.
maybe like whatever it really.
It's not something that I could do, but I bet if you went to the capital, if you went to Grand Piley, there'd be someone there to be able to do that for you for sure.
See, that's the hard thing, right? Because like most places, like, oh, I do it for I could channel more of my god's energy in, but like, you know, if it's hard when your kind of worship and power comes from someone who's only got 2 followers and you're one of them. I'm 50% of a religion.
My word, that seems like a lot of responsibility.
I mean, mostly, no, not really. It's like, spreading the good word and kind of, being my authentic self and encouraging people to do the same. It will be somewhat of a responsibility when we have to do a thing later, but we're not worrying about that because it's holidays.
I have heard, I think once before, of somebody who loved two gods equally and so made a particular, bespoke symbol. Was a marriage of the two, the god of dreams and the god of fate. And so it was the two symbols together. And they seem to seem pretty set that it made it more potent, but I think it can go either way. Sometimes gods are a little bit capricious with wanting.
Yeah, but that sounds pretty cool. No, that's fine. I'm just asking, because you've clearly got a bunch of magical stuff, and you're clearly magical. So I didn't know if you knew something, but maybe it's a capital thing or something, or I can do some research. It's all good.
I'm ashamed to say, I'm more of a curator of items.
Why are you ashamed about that?
Because if I
some of
the mind that I did in my youth, I might be able to make some of these things.
No shame.
I'd like a simple life, and I just buy. I'm more of a buyer and a seller.
There is no shame in a simple life, and curation is one of the most important things in the world. Where would knowledge be without libraries and librarians? They didn't write all those books; they curated them.
That's true.
Don't do yourself down like that.
I have a question.
Yes, that young lady.
If I don't have the money on me right now. But if in the future I wanted something like this, could I send you a letter and ask you to deliver, send you the money, or I don't know.
Kai immediately goes, "What do you want? What do you want?
Well, I'm just.
I'll go halves with you on something."
No, it's fine. Well, no, see, I have that money. Well, it was money that I was going to spend on us getting ready for our trip to Aim Edifos, but I don't have it here because I thought you were this is a holiday, we're not doing any work stuff. But now I'm well, some of this stuff might be really useful for that, right?
What are you thinking?
Well, I don't know, silent slip-ons pretty cool.
It's very cool.
And I don't know. Would the armor be good for Horiath, or should we wait and do all this stuff? I don't know. I've not seen this stuff with Solaria. Are we going to be able to do this, or do we do?
We could make a trip before we go to find this sort of stuff once we've saved up some more money.
Yeah, well, I do have the money. I just don't have it here.
Where is it?
I don't want to say in case people know where it is.
I mean, that's fine. It's there's also only the people here who know where you're from are us, but that's fine.
Also, yeah.
What's your would I know your family name? Could that, lend any weight to this transaction?
My family's Birchwater. We come through all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I met your dad.
He's a good man.
I think young, small fella.
Small in stature, but big in personality.
He was looking to invest in the business into my. I had to. In the end, I said no to him because I honestly didn't need it.
Yeah, and also if you're looking for a simple life, scaling up's not exactly the best way to make that happen. It makes sense. Makes sense. Maybe when you're looking to retire fully, get in touch and maybe buys the business out from under you. You've got a little nest egg to retire on, and the name.
There's all good things to think about. I tend to see him when he comes through. He was around here a couple of
not so long ago.
Yeah. Roll an advantage persuasion check, please, Agatha.
Oh God.
You're looking to get over 15 because it's quite a big ask.
Yeah. Persuasion.
Dealing in business and family names.
I rolled an 18 and a natural 20. I am like
If you make a down payment, what down payment are you looking to put on this?
Are you
To
looking at
take it away with you now and then pay the rest later? Because you can't really do it for nothing. That would be asking him to be a mug.
Oh, it wasn't even like necessarily take anything away now. It was more,
Catalogue shopping.
yeah, I guess.
Like put it
on hold.
so it can't be bought.
Yeah.
And then when you post the money, he'll post it to you.
Yeah, or something like that, because there is no way I could put the down payment on it now.
Are you just looking for the silent slip-on?
Well, it was more like I think she was more like opening the conversation up to Sunny and Nevma of like, is this stuff going to be useful for aim at Ediphos? Like, silent slip-ons probably not. If it's like a lot of sandy places, we don't really need those.
But
like,
I mean, it will be really useful in aim at Ediphos just because there's monsters everywhere. If you can sneak past.
It's just useful.
Yeah.
If you're trying to. What did you say the armor was?
The armor is the ambush drake armor, leather armor, I believe.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know if that's useful for anyone.
It gives like help. It does stealth help as well as a +2 to armor, I think.
Which would be great for Harav because he's
he's
disadvantage
in
and
plate,
stuff.
isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
Yeah,
I think he has a much bigger.
It would be better for you, Nevma.
But doesn't Nevma need it? Like she's gone. Like
Yeah, I mean, there's loads of stuff here that we could use, I'm sure, but I'm of the opinion that if we see something and we're like, that's the thing, we'll know it.
All right.
I could wear a cape. Yeah, I could maybe wear armor. And like all these things, but like,
we need to get you some armor.
Why? I've got I've got some armor and stuff, but like that. But like what I mean is like, yeah, I could like find something that does something or whatnot. But like, I think when you see something, you know if it's right, and nothing here is like capturing my imagination.
All right.
You see what I mean? Like, who doesn't want a ring where you could punch a hole in the wall? It sounds sick, but I don't need that.
He'll put the silent slip-ons on to the side for a full month.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah.
Because those are the ones that you sort of have looked at more.
Yeah. I think on hold for a month.
Kai's very tempted by the dust of disappearance.
Oh, that was also. I might just buy the dust of disappearance now.
Is this for the project?
Yeah.
Would you like me to go halves?
I'll take it out of the pot we've got.
The pot.
Well, you did do that, didn't you? You put a pot together and people put money in. I've got the weirdest, vaguest memory that you did that.
All basically the 40 platinum that I got from under the floorboards. You were all like, you have it, and I was like, Agatha doesn't need that. So the agreement was, we'll treat it like a pot.
I wasn't here for that.
You were.
And everybody forgot to tell Sunny.
No, Sunny was on his day out in the desert.
No, because this was much later. It was like before prom or something. Anyway.
It's fine. You're welcome to just go for the dust of disappearance.
Yeah.
The silent slip-ons are put to the side for you.
I'll buy the dust.
300 gold pieces for the dust of disappearance.
Yeah.
Add that to your inventory.
Okay, let me do that. Is it just called dust of disappearance?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then, we'll probably be in touch through Violet about the slippers as and when. And then if we change our mind, we'll let you know, just so you're not wasting no one's time.
That's grand. Yeah. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And if you're all done at the Aged Mage, you pack up, head out, hit the road. It doesn't take too long on foot to walk from Pyleon to a place called Abeyance Isle, which is in the bay, and you have to take a little like
barge?
ferry raft thing, kind of, a little barge thing.
The ones where you have like there's a rope and you like put yourself along.
That takes you from the beachy shore to this beautiful island, and you are welcomed by a rather wonderful-looking, tall firbolg with sort of freckled, grey-blue skin, who waves at you as you arrive.
Hi, Ted.
All right, come on, get yourself over here. It's been a while. I didn't see you weren't there when your dad came, were you?
No, I'm going to school at Divisia Sensus now, so I know, right?
Wow.
Magic is all heck me,
Wow.
right? So I couldn't come down. These are my friends. So this is Nevma, and this is Agatha, and this is Kai. We're all
Name's
at Divisia
Ted.
Sensus, and we're just taking a break.
It's lovely to meet you.
Everyone,
Teddy's
this is
in
Ted.
your villa, just finishing off the little finishing touches to your
that's
home.
nice.
Let me help you with these. Starts taking your bags. Got really good strong shoulders and arms, and is it's absolutely nothing to pick them up and walk off with several divvy backpacks piled up.
On the walk, Sonny's just asking all of the sort of so how is this thing? You know when you get a checkup from someone that you haven't spoken to in ages, and it's a thing that's not even a thing anymore. Oh, how is this situation? It's oh, we dealt with that a year ago.
Yes. Ted tells you all about how the family of owls that tend to make nests and procreate on the trees just a little way away from your villa, and how the foxes have multiplied and look really healthy after them being a bit scarce a few years ago, and that the water is wonderful at the moment, really, really good. So thinks that you'll have a really lovely time. And you arrive at the villa. Nikki, why don't you describe what your family getaway villa is like?
Yeah. So I think it's just all wood. It's just all wood, and it's bound or wood joined together. So you can see where it's all really sturdy and solid and stuff like that. But it kind of from a distance will blend into the forest or the trees and stuff like that. The kind of it's quite a stark you have a little pathway up from the exterior path, and there's a kind of set of double doors, and then it's just big open, the bottom level is just all open, this big expanse with this huge kind of front that kind of leads out into the kind of lake or the sea or the beach or whatever the kind of waterfront is. And so the bottom floor is half inside, half outside, and then the top floor has an overhang.
Love that.
So yeah, you've got this huge, and the kitchen area is outdoors on this huge balcony veranda space, and there's a conversation pit outdoors. So sunken into the veranda is a bunch of seating, and this is a big wide spiral staircase in the corner of the door, and upstairs it's just loads of rooms, and there's a spring outside before you get to the sandy bit of the beach, a rock spring, and it's just wood everywhere, and soft furnishings and everything's you can it's one of those buildings where you can just see through the whole thing because everything is either really low down or sunken in, and it's so wide open. But
is it those beach houses in America? I can't think.
Yes, yeah.
I can't
Isn't it
remember
back
places
straight
called.
onto the beach?
Yeah.
Ted, the firbolg, steps in and sort of ushers you all in and calls up, "Oh, you right, lover? They're here." And
Hi, Teddy.
Teddy, Ted's partner, comes down and goes, I was just putting towels on the beds. So good to see him. Oh, lots of people. Wonderful. Hello, Sonny.
Hi, Teddy. How you doing?
We missed you a few months ago.
No, I know. I was
you.
just telling Ted that I'm at the Divisia Sensus now because I'm magical as all heck, and these are some of my friends. There's Agatha and Nevmer, and that's Kai.
This is exciting. Welcome to the Abeyance Isle. My partner Ted and myself, Teddy, you can call on us for anything. We look after the Isle. We are the keepers of the Isle. We can pretty much get you anything that you might need. We can also organise for anything that you could. We have somebody nearby that you can go on little fishing trips, or you can learn how to surf, or there are various different things that you can do here, and we can organise anything that you want. We can show you around. There's a spa that you can go to. Just let us know what you would like to do, and it will be our absolute pleasure to help you out with it.
I love that. We're probably going to do loads of stuff, but also we're going to make sure we chill loads because,
Do relax.
This is Agatha's first holiday ever.
Oh well, this is an extra honour then. I've stocked the cold chest. You've got a lot of fresh fruit and vegetable there, and you've got quite a lot of those drinks that I know that you like. And just let me know if you want anything topped up, and just enjoy Abeyance Isle.
Thanks so much.
Alright, thanks.
Sonny's going to give them a little pouch of 50 gold on their way out, as like part tip, part extra money to go towards the upkeep of the island and the animals and that kind of stuff. It's
Ted says, Sonny, you are your father's boy, aren't you? Through and through, you're your father's boy.
Guilty as charged. I'm Bort's boy. Never
Right,
let
well,
it be
just
said that I'm
whistle.
not.
You know how to whistle for us. We're going to be we're going to go and check on the fox nests, make sure they're happy. Go and take them some scraps, and then we'll be in the tavern later on. So
We'll probably see you there.
wonderful. All right, well, enjoy yourselves. And they're like waving.
Bye,
and stuff.
Ted. Bye, Teddy.
And you are left. Never's immediately like, which one is our bedroom? Which one is the best one?
I immediately raised Never.
Like ripping through the house trying to work out which is the best master bedroom.
I think Agatha just chases Nevma to wind her up because she knows Kai will just find one and be like, this one.
Yeah. You have the afternoon to settle in and enjoy an evening probably on that veranda with drinks and enjoy things. Take a little evening dip as the sun sets over the bay. It's so beautiful, so calming. After the absolute party mania that was Lady Day, this is so extremely restorative and just so kind of cleansing in this calm evening, beautiful calm evening. And then you have, what is it? So we've done this is the 17th.
Yeah.
So you have you have 3 days of holiday left
Okay.
before you need to be back.
How are we getting back?
We're teleporting back, right?
From here?
Yes, you're teleporting back. You've got a communication stone that just sort of bumps you back. You've already done the upfront payment of it.
Right, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I think, there's a spa. There's this place called the Graceful Touch Spa in the very centre of the Isle.
I think Sonny introduces that the next morning. So you want to go get a graceful touch?
Oh no!
No,
What?
No! It's a spa.
I've heard of those sorts of spas.
No, it's not. That's just what it's called. That's just its name. It's like a normal spa, or it's like a beach
Actually,
spa.
sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Ags, come on, let's go and get the full works.
Yeah, I don't know what the full works is, but sure.
Neither do I, but it always sounds good when you just walk in somewhere and go, "I'll take the full works." You really get to know a place when you say that, and you just see what the full works is.
Yeah. Bit risky, but
It is.
yeah.
It is.
It's fine.
What if we like get our heads shaved or
You're
something?
not shaving heads. Look, this whole place is so chill. Also, if you see an animal on the path, just give it like a wide berth, or if it's stuck or something, just call for Ted or Teddy.
All right.
Like, it's their island as much as it is ours, all right?
Oh yeah, I wasn't like.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't think you're gonna kick it or nothing, but I'm just saying. Like,
Wait.
This is when Ags just takes out her hunting rifle and is like, "Oh, what?"
I'm just saying. Just like
This is my kind of holiday.
they're gonna be like, animals knocking about. Just sort of let them do.
All right. Okay.
Like they're because of everyone, because how like the vibes around here, they're mostly very chill. So like they get quite close to people at times. Most of the time it's fine, but sometimes they just like wander onto the path and they don't kind of see it as scary because there's not like wagons and horses and people rushing around and whatnot.
All right. Look, Sonny, don't worry. If we see any animals, we will leave them be. Like I think we always have done.
It's going to be a bit different because they're going to be like emboldened.
Like, wait, okay, are we gonna get attacked?
No, I mean, they're not going to be scared of you. So they're like, sometimes you might see a fox that's like asleep in the middle of a path.
All right.
Because that's where it fell asleep,
Okay. Yeah.
Or you might see a sloth that's struggling to take its time getting across. Just let it be. It will get it. It's fine. There's no rush.
Okay. Well, there is a rush because I want to get to this spa.
Right.
You're like walking along the path that takes you to the very centre of Abeyance Isle, and you're walking towards what's kind of like this little. It's for want of a better word, it's kind of like a campus. It's like a little cluster of buildings that are all connected together. In the very centre is the tavern, but by far the biggest area is Graceful Touch Spa. And you look, there's like a price list like poster that's on the outside of the door before you go in. And the house package is massage, mud pack, steam, half day that takes. There's then extras, which is like hair mask. You can even have like a lash treatment, facial, a manicure. There's a pedicure that's called a Quipper Pedi. And there's a meditation room. And then there is permanent skin art section to it, which seems quite a little bit more expensive. But the house package is 5 gold pieces, and the full works is 25 gold pieces.
All right, we're doing it.
That includes like meditation room. It would be the full day. And Kai's like, I'd really like to treat you to a full works.
I'm sold.
Yes. And can I pay for you guys to have a full works as well?
I mean,
I
yeah,
feel like
can do.
let's all
Yeah.
have the same lovely experience today, and then
Yeah.
tomorrow we'll do surfing or something that is like invigorating.
Yeah.
He splashes out for everybody to have that,
We're
and
just going to spend 3 solid days in a row at the spa. It's just like, oh my god.
This is what relaxed is.
there is a Ags. You go into a room where you are met by an extremely strong, large half-orc woman who is quite like, she's got a very soft, low voice that encourages you to please take your clothes off, put the robe on, and proceeds to give you the most thorough massage that sends you almost into a coma, and then just rolls you over and picks you up and walks to the next room and just puts you in like a bath of mud and like wipes the mud, and it's just carrying you from room to room for each one of your different treatments. Everybody that goes into room gets a different person who has like the capability not only to do the treatments but also is like strong enough just to be like, if you want to fall asleep for the full day, you can, because you don't need to get up and then worry about anything. It's just going to get done whether
The
you're
person that
awake
gets
or
something
not.
must be like, yes. So small.
When you get to the steam room, it's kind of like a little sauna, like a little well-made sauna, wooden shed, and in it is a tiny little miniature wooden bathtub, and in that bathtub is a winged, pale creature with a long nose. And like little pointy ears, about this big, who just goes, "All right."
Oh, you're right.
Come in. You tell me what level you want the steam at.
It's a steam method. Fuck! What a cushy job.
You come in here. You tell me what you want. I'll get the levels just right for you. If it's too hot, I can take it down a notch. If it's too cold, get it hotter for you. Get yourself settled. You're with Jimmy now. Everything's going to be all right.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Jimmy.
Fucking Jimmy.
And he's got a real, like, taxi driver vibe about him. You sort of sit down, you relax, and he's like, "What do you do then?" Do you come round here a lot?
Yeah,
You don't have to talk if you're sleepy.
No, it's all good. You know, we're all magical students at the Divisia Sensus.
No,
My family got a villa on the island, so you know I've been here since I was wee.
That is, I think I do recognise you from times before.
Yeah,
I'm not the best with
orange.
faces because it is foggy in here all the time, so I've never been good with faces.
I am bright orange and I got orange though, so it helps.
You'll be surprised. There's all shades come here. All shades. Many behorned people come here.
Well, we do like a steam, you see. You know,
Yeah.
we could. You know, they've got this penchant for the heat.
It is my passion and my joy, and I get to bring it to people every day. Yeah.
I love that for you, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm so glad you found.
He just sinks in lower into his little like bathtub and like.
I want Jimmy's job.
Yeah, it's a great job. I can't decide if Agatha's like, Jimmy's great, or if she's like, where's that woman gone? Where's that Harper woman?
That's
Nevna's having a great time, but it's only when you go and she's sort of contemplating the whole thing and is sort of asking where that steam comes from and if you've just steamed in Jimmy's farts for like an hour, what the deal is. But
it's like, you know, when you're around someone, you kind of catch their vibe. It's a bit like that. Don't worry, it's not farts.
It's like a physical
Manifestation of vibes.
yeah. There is facial. You get your like lashes like nourished with special balms. If you want them dyed like a darker color, then you can get that done as well. You can have a manicure, and the Quipper Pedi is exactly what you think it is. You dip your feet in, and it's baby
I can't do it. I'm
quippers.
too ticklish.
It's baby quippers that can't do any damage, but they nibble off that dead skin from your feet, which I imagine are pretty gnarly after walking a mountain.
Yeah.
So anybody that had blisters does not have them anymore. You've just got bald heels. And then the meditation room, which is not to everybody's taste because it is a room with the silence spell cast on it. So you can go one of two ways with that. You can treat it like a rage room where you can scream your head off and no sound comes out, or you can just meditate in a room that's completely like it's your own personal, completely dark, completely silent room. Nevma loves it. I feel like Kai immediately goes, no, not for me.
Alone with my own thoughts? No.
Absolutely not.
Sally smashes out of meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, I think Agatha's the same. Agatha like steps in there, is in there, like comes out 30 seconds later, like
you both go into your separate rooms, and then the meme of the baby going no.
yeah, no.
You go and politely read a book in like the waiting room.
Yeah, I was gonna say, want to make out instead, but I mean we.
Of course, yes, yeah. That's what the code is. That's shall we go and read a book?
Yeah. That's why I think wizards are always reading.
I'm going to say this because you all, I mean, you know, it was offered to you, but you got the full package. Remember that your character has inspiration to be used at some point within the next 30 days.
Okay.
So for you to keep. to remember this wonderful restorative moment. You will recall it, and it will give you strength. There was the what didn't come in the deal was the permanent skin art. It's essentially tattoos, but they are running a bit low on resources, so they don't. You can get art tattooed, but you can't get anything that gives you bonuses because they're running low on materials, and they haven't been able to get the like powdered gems that give you boosts to anything.
Because it's the off season, you see, like I would say it's the best time to come.
When's the on season?
The on season?
Yeah.
Early spring, early summer. You're now getting to the end of summer.
Yeah.
Soon it'll be the rainy season, and then it's like
it's been sunny for like ages, so no one like misses it yet.
Right,
so they're not making the journey out here. So like,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just.
Anyone get a tattoo?
I'm okay.
I don't think. I think. No, probably not. I think Kai would really like to get a tattoo if it like had, like it makes him think. Do you know? I think I might look into finding the materials and getting a a useful tattoo, not just an aesthetic tattoo.
Yeah, like of what, or like for what, for just.
Your girlfriend saying, "So what did you get a tattoo of?" It's so loaded.
I just meant like, I don't know. You got any ideas? It's fine.
Aggro forever.
Yeah, like just a big A on your chest or something like that. You know, little, sure.
Or like 2 B's. BB.
Yeah. I think that'd be really great. Yeah. Should do that.
We can work on it. We can workshop it. You don't need to jump on the first idea.
No. Better think about
also, we've been drinking a lot, and also we've been at the spa all day, so maybe your judgment's a touch impaired. You know, like, here's the thing, right? No one knows it, but being this like content for long periods of time, it's addictive, and also not everyone can handle it. It's just like alcohol, you know. So don't make any rash major life decisions while you're feeling really good.
I think I sweated out a lot of little rebels in that steamy method room, and I feel like a different man.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I'm concerned I will never be able to work again.
You're going to become a lady of leisure. We can sort that out.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you can't, because you've made a ironclad agreement to work for an extended period of time.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, no, you'll be fine. Like,
yeah.
We'll go do something mental tomorrow, and that will like kick you in the.
Oh yeah, we're going to surfing tomorrow. That's going to be an absolute nightmare.
Why is it going to be a nightmare?
I can't stand on land.
In that moment, you are reminded of Agatha in the restaurant, the vampire restaurant, like not just falling over, but taking tables and like taking so much with her, and then falling into the band, trying to keep herself up. She fell for about a minute and a half.
It's just a montage. It's a 5-minute montage of all the times Agatha's fallen over. It's like, oh yeah.
That time that she cast jump and just took out a bunch of students at breakfast.
Yeah, see?
Just cleared the fucking dining room.
Agatha, her dex is getting better, but it's not great.
It's not great still.
No, surfing's fine. All you got to do is not stand up, but don't sit down. Keep your legs bent and just sort of like go with the motion of the ocean. It's easy.
All right.
You step out. This is like early evening. You spent all day getting pampered and treated at this wonderful spa, and you step out, and there is the tavern. There's like a little deli where you can pick up, interesting sandwiches or things that are probably in your fridge and your like cold chest at home. But just for the experience of going to a fancy deli and buying nice things, there's one there. There's also the Abeyance Isle gift shop, which sells t-shirts and tote bags and snow globes, plates, mugs, hats, all sorts of things.
I need to go to the gift shop.
Okay. You can go to the gift shop.
Agatha, I think now's a good time. Like, it's mellow. She's not going to think too much about it.
Sonny grabs a sandwich, but without anyone realising. She's just gone and bought a sandwich.
She's going to try and go with the vibe and just be like, right, I'm just thinking of my dad. Yeah, he'd like this. Just thinking of my mum. She'd like this. Just thinking of Mel. She'd hate this. And like, I write
There's
down.
like a red dragonborn standing, just not doing that thing of watching you quite intently, but not saying anything.
Yeah. Hi. Is it the kind of shop where like everything is out, so you just pick
Everything's
up?
out.
Oh, yeah. Right. Have you got any interesting like mugs and stuff, like tankards?
We do have, and pulls this like little chest out and pulls out a kind of collection of Abeyance Isle stained glass mugs that has the vista of the bay with the mountains in the background, and just like you can just see tiny little wooden villas on the water bit, the blue bit.
Incredible.
Blue bit.
All right, I'm gonna buy a mug for Pete.
Yeah, that is. I'd say most things are about 1 gold piece. It's a bit
Should
of a
we get one
rip-off
for
'cause it's
Harriet?
a shop.
Oh yeah, 2 please.
Yep.
Yeah.
He loves the fucking mug, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hariath loves
Drinking
the mug.
utensil is the way to go with Hariath, isn't it?
Yeah. Do we get one for Johnny being bone as well?
No, he does
As
clay.
Right. Do you have anything made of clay?
No. Don't worry. We're going to buy him some flip-flops.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
As like an aspirational reward for
Yeah.
you can wear different shoes now. Here's some holiday flip-flops.
Yeah.
There are flip-flops. There are some. They're like plain coloured ones. There are some that are sort of actually painted to mimic sand, so it looks, and then have various different like skin tones on the top, so it looks like you're walking barefoot. And there are some that make it look like you've stepped in like poo. Like joke flip-flops.
I'm not getting that. Johnny Beebo. It's
Joke, you've stepped in shit flip-flops is the
With like
most heinous.
moulded clay that's like spilled up round the side.
Let's just get some like Abeyance Soul ones.
Yeah.
Let's
We'll
not
get them for him. I'm gonna get a tote bag for Tracy. Something like that looks fancy. And
a nice like little bit of lace at the top, bit of embroidery.
yeah, like not just like a regular printed tote bag, but like fancy. Because she can wear that out.
Wear it out.
You know what I mean? She'll be like, oh yeah, I go to the Bay of Souls, but obviously not really. And I'm gonna. We joked about it before stream, but I want to find Mel an apron that says something like, I can't remember what you said. Lost my soul in the Bay of Souls.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that most things, I think for the sake of like roll persuasion, I think most things aren't necessarily with advantage because Sunny's here and it's.
Oh, that's not what I was putting my hand on.
Oh, what were you going to say?
Am I going mad, or does Nebma collect snow globes?
You're going a little bit mad, but I was going to say, that Nevma is looking to get a snow globe for the for the cloister.
So what you're saying is, I'm not going mad. Sonny
But it's a
knows
good
his
idea.
girlfriend very well.
Yes, yeah. She's not a collector of snow globes. That was, I tell you who that was. That's your friend Rose, who has the patron saint in a snow globe.
Yeah.
I'm buying a snow globe and I'm going to send it to Rose.
That's cute. Yeah.
And then I don't know, maybe like the equivalent of fridge magnets or something
Yeah.
for Pluto and Bing Bong.
400 gold.
I'd say that most things are a gold piece each, but I think like a pin, like the equivalent of you're not going to get a fridge magnet.
No, not an actual.
You
We
could
got
get
fridges,
like some sort of like pin or ornament that would be 5 silver.
Okay.
Each. So you do the maths of what you've bought.
She's got her Arthur cup.
2, 3, 4, 5. 5 gold and 10 silver. Can I roll persuasion just to see if I can?
Yeah. If you get a natural 20, you'll get 25% off.
Okay. 16.
No, you pay regular price.
Cool.
But yeah.
We tried.
But you've made a friend in that red dragon ball.
I made a friend. Yeah, I imagine someone just stops Agatha because she starts like trying to think of everyone in her class, and then it's like, oh, drunk George and teachers. Yeah. Oh, I should get.
Do not buy your teacher a gift. Absolutely, do not buy your teacher a gift, Agatha.
No, but Master Arcadi's not like my teacher.
That's weirder, actually. the guy you work for.
I don't work
semi-voluntarily.
yeah, forced voluntarily. All right. I will.
Are you buying Big Bones flip-flops?
Yeah, I've got them.
I'm gonna buy Rose a snow globe.
Yep.
I will get a snow globe for the cloister. And
I feel like the snow globe has like the sand moves, but also it's just like glitter. Obviously, it's not snow because you don't get snow here, but it's
I'm
got
gonna
like
buy Hariath a Bay Soul shirt, like a Hawaiian shirt, but like just
good.
a
bright print.
just a hideous motherfucking thing. And I'm gonna do this. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this incredible moment? I'm gonna buy one for Hariath and one for Kai and one for me and one for Pluto.
Boys Club.
Wait, are these all matching?
The exact same one. Exact same one.
Oh, amazing.
Exact same one.
Incredible.
Never immediately goes over to Agnes and goes, we need to do something, get something for Yumi and Bing Bong.
Yeah, for sure. Like what?
Or like a special hat. They've got some.
Sonny's just going to go over and go,
brim.
don't forget hazers.
Oh, and hazers.
Yeah.
Like, what if we have like really wide brimmed hat and then we get one that's like got space for Haze's horns?
Yeah, we could do that. Or like maybe like a matching like bags or
What else? She starts to like look through.
Jewelry, like
friendship bracelets.
Like that's
their thing is so big and obvious, and then we've just got like a little cord around our things.
Why didn't you guys get like matching bathrobes for like lounging in?
Matching bathrobes. Yeah.
Yes, like these long silky ones over here, and you've got like again, it's like bright print and
yeah.
Nikki Ellison, pro gift giver.
Then we don't have to wear them out.
Yeah. I feel like though you've just spent quite a lot, so and you bought the snow globe that Nevma wanted to buy, so Nevma's going to buy the robes.
Okay.
Beautiful. What a shopping trip, guys.
What a shopping trip.
I thought you guys were going to really lay out some coin and buy magical items, but actually you've bought so much tat.
Yep.
Which is fine because you did like get these huge boons from the Tinker the day before, so I think it kind of makes sense. You come back arms full of things useful and not useful.
I'm sorry, our robes are very useful.
Robes of friendship.
Robes of friendship. Agatha can stop walking around in her sheet now.
Oh my god, Kai's going to wear that robe so much.
Yeah.
You go back now. You've got just a couple of days, which I feel like we'll wrap it up soon. We'll wrap the session up soon, but I feel like you can hire surfboards for like 3 copper for a day, and then you can get lessons for a silver an hour, so you can do that kind of stuff. I think Kai's definitely going to do that and urge Agatha to try to learn if you're happy.
Yeah, Agatha's down for like trying but I don't know if she's necessarily up for like a teacher because she's like, I'm not.
Sunny
very
can
good.
teach them.
Yeah.
Because
All right.
he sand surfs all the time, and I imagine he surfs while he's here, right? Like it's.
Then let's have, first of all, Sunny, can you roll an advantage persuasion check as teacher?
18.
Cool, that's not too bad. And then everybody else, can you roll? Say everybody else. That is you, Michelle.
Sure.
Can you roll an acrobatic skill check, please?
Oh, okay. 19.
Agatha, you can surf pretty well.
Yeah.
See,
It takes you most of the next day, but you stand.
It's the
You
inner
stand on
wet
that
bitch.
board.
That's
Yes.
like you.
No, because it's actually much easier. As long as you don't lock your knees, it's easier than standing on land.
Yeah, like it makes sense. Like it's moving with what's moving, whereas on land everything stays still, but something moves, and then
Everything's
I
moving
feel
all
like
the time.
you do that thing of like you learn a little bit on the beach, just on the sand, and then you get into the water. The waves aren't great in the middle of the day, but having had a pretty successful day, Sunny, I reckon you think it's probably quite a good idea that the following day it's like your last full day. You get up early to get the morning waves, and so then you have this like morning exercise, rushing out into the cool surf.
I think as well, while it's quiet, I think Sunny would like get them all to like lay on the surfboards and like all kind of just like sit in the surf for a bit and kind of like sit with the waves of it, just to relax and like. You know, the other part of the surfing, right, is the being out there.
Yeah. It's just I rolled I think 14 plus 24 for Nevma and 17 for Kai. So I think everybody stands. Like Nevma takes to it quite naturally, and it becomes like this activity that all four of you are capable of doing and kind of enjoy.
Yeah.
And what I think that's that you got maybe 3/4 of a day, and then the next day is like traveling back kind of day. I feel like you probably get some good eating in and drinking in. Maybe a little walk around the island. I don't know. You tell
A little
me.
nature walk.
Yeah, nature walk.
Go and see some animals.
Yeah.
The island is pretty small. It's like Gibraltar size. Like you can walk it pretty easily in one go, or like Jersey or something.
Yeah, I imagine like the last day is that day when you're like, we don't want to rush to do anything necessarily, but we just want to like lots of little things.
You hear of a lot of like big activities. Like there's even in the main like tavern activity center with where the spa and the gift shop and everything is, you can organize to have murder mystery nights and like escape room stuff. I had all planned, but we ran out of time, so I'll save that for
We'll
another
do it
time.
another time. We'll do it another time.
Murder mystery night. That's so much fun.
But you kind of all think about how much fun it would be, but then also you just think, yeah, but this is the part where it's more about just sort of doing nothing and enjoying sunsets and
I think
spending
that
time
kind of stuff,
together.
like
Yeah, I think
it's
they
really
pair
important for
up
Sunny
a bit more.
that Agatha sees stuff that she doesn't know, like, because that's the stuff you remember on holiday, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, you go the stories, but it's like the like vistas and stuff like that. So like all throughout all of this, it's been really important for Sunny.
Yeah, there's like lots of really lovely, cherished moments that feel like such small things, like Kai chopping up an apple into a bowl and giving it to Agatha because he doesn't think she hasn't had a snack in like 20 minutes, and like gives her a kiss on the cheek and gives her a little bowl of chopped up apples, or stuff like that. Nevma making sure Agatha's got like a fresh, like she's so white with sun cream, like another layer of sun cream on top, and trying like just fun frolicking in the sand with Sunny and going for long swims in the surf. It's just gentle bonding fun. I'm so sad that Horiath isn't here.
Yeah.
I feel so wrong. I want the full group.
Yeah. There's like a bit of sweetness to it as well of like, one, Horiath's not here, and obviously like we plan him to be here, especially when like we're doing like all the big group stuff, and then also the holiday is ending, and that's kind of sad. And you know when you're like on holidays or whatever, you're like sad, but you kind of go, yeah, next year I'm going to do this, next year I'm going to do that. Agatha doesn't necessarily have that, so it's like, oh god, am I ever going to be able to surf again? Like, like that sounds crazy, but like,
if she, I bet she never says it out loud because she knows that she'd immediately get yelled at by Sunny. You'd be like, "You, of course, you're gonna do this every holiday." Of course, we're gonna
go on holiday again. Like,
yeah. But it's when it's not a routine and it's just new. It's like, oh god, I love this so much. This was so good, but like I don't want to like cry because everyone's having a really good time, but it's like, I don't want to go home.
Now do you see why I'm just so chill all the time?
God, yeah.
Because I know this is just around the corner, you know?
I feel like it becomes tradition every time a new bottle of something is opened or a new glass of something is poured, even if it's just coffee, people start raising a glass to Horiath, like just because you, in the first few days, like you're around a campfire in those mountains, and it was always like the person who's not here to Horiath, and now it's just like, even when you've got a bowl of cereal in the morning, Horiath.
There's like an owl. There's an owl that always hoots in the middle of a conversation, and it's like it's a joke. It's like, oh, Horiath, you're so.
Or there's like the equivalent of a raccoon around that we've nicknamed Horiath.
Just every animal. Oh my god, it looks like Horiath.
Oh my god, it's Horiath.
Oh my god, it looks like Horiath.
There's a dolphin that's next to you.
Every animal. Oh my god, it looks just like Horiath.
No, this dolphin's got long pink hair. It's definitely.
Wait, this dolphin's got long pink hair.
Beautiful, and we will, I think, finish there. It's been such I feel like it's been quite a tonic to me to DM, like, no troubles.
A beach episode.
Yeah.
You didn't even get swindled. It was just only goodness. Good vibes.
Only goodness. But there's been a part of me throughout all these last 2 weeks of like, it's not always going to be like this. Like, it's just soft and sweet, but you know, there's bad stuff coming.
You know how I genuinely, just now that we finished, I can kind of say, do you know how genuinely difficult it is as somebody who's been a DM for quite a few years, not to go, shall I throw wolves at them?
No,
it was a
holiday. This is all this has done is made me realise I just need a holiday more.
Yeah. I want to go on holiday. I want to go spa.
Yeah, I was tempted to have like really crappy people that might rip you off in shops, and I was like, no, not on Lady Day.
Not on Lady Day.
Not on Lady Day.
Next week, it's over. But
all bets are off. As soon as you go back to school, hell will pour forth. But for now,
let's just stay here. Who needs to go back to school?
Lady Thorn shines upon you all. Don't forget your inspiration as well.
Yes.
Yes. Right. Got inspiration.
So you pack up and you bid goodbye to Ted and Teddy and bamf back to the school where we will pick up next week.
Thank you so much, Lydia.
Thanks, Liz.
You're welcome.
This has been so chill.
Yeah.
So much tat, so much like precious stuff as well. Like tat and precious stuff.
I know, I need to write down properly like everything I've got from this holiday. It's a lot.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
And this will be going up on YouTube if it's already on YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, don't forget, catch the Some Other Heroes guys on Sunday. Mm-hmm. Also, if you missed their return this year, it's all it was up on YouTube, going up on YouTube. And also, definitely check out the intro if you haven't seen it already.
Yeah,
they popped it up on socials. It's gorgeous.
Dice and Sides are on hiatus, aren't they? But
they're on a brief hiatus, but they'll be back before you.
I always feel like that's such a good time to catch up if you're a few episodes behind.
Sure.
So, thank you to everyone who followed and subscribed, and thank you to everyone new in the chat. It's all much appreciated. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Michelle, you got commissions?
No.
No, of course you
I
don't.
work.
You've got a real job now.
I have a job now.
Your job now. Go check out Automatic Dice. Ash's Dice.
Yes.
We love Ash's Dice.
We
Ash
do.
does such an incredible job.
So good, so good.
And if you're really in the mood for something that's not D&D or something, I make some games. itch.io/Nikki Ellison. It's
There's
all on
some
there on
great
socials
games.
if you want to play a game about being 100 goblins or about being magical raccoons. There's a couple of free games on there as well. There's a Bridgerton-inspired game.
There's Sex in the
And
Suburbs. is
Sex
my
in the
favourite.
Suburbs, which is your
God,
Desperate
that was
Housewives
great.
spoof.
Yeah, that
So
was a
good.
really fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you want to pretend you're a housewife in 90s America.
It was...
What,
Also, the
80,000?
absolute classic that is Yule Dads. If you're wanting to bring back a
Your
little
Dad's
bit
isn't
of
on there. Your
Your
Dad's is
Dad's
not
isn't.
available to buy.
No.
The Bridgerton one, I thought, what's it called? Petticoat Detectives. It was supposed to be a single session thing. Sweet and her players played it,
Yeah.
and they played it over 2 sessions. So, you know...
Ooh, that's fun.
It also the Petticoat Detective thing. It's a easy enough rule set to pull it into like a ball in if you're like
Oh, yeah.
playing like a
Big
bigger
game,
thing. So
or
you could like
TTRPGs.
yeah it's it's just little I make little fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will see. I was about to announce something that I really shouldn't announce.
Nope.
No.
We will see you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.